Yeah, yum, yum, yum. I can hear myself. Beautiful.
Meow, meow.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Meow, meow. Fuck, everyone jumped in real quick, eh?
Well, I'm trying to post, but this fucking internet, so more people can come.
Hey, okay. All right. How the fuck is everyone, man? We are here. We are here. I think Santa Claus is here, boys. I think Santa Claus is here. What's that?
Let's go. Yo,
It's Santa. Oh, it's Santa Claus.
With my fucking cookies.
Give this guy a cookie. Give this guy. It's Santa. Oh, Santa Claus. He's in. Beautiful. You know what? I might be able to move it a little bit for Santa.
yo, he's eating the cookie, baby. That's a beautiful cookie.
There's no way you can.
Hairy Clipmas, fucking Brad.
How the fuck are we, boys?
Hey,
Beautiful. Boys, Santa, Aussie Slang.
what up?
Boys, welcome back, my baby! Woo! Episode fucking 90, man. Let's fucking go.
Bro.
Let's fucking go. Everyone in the chat, thank you for fucking joining us, man. We did it. We had 10 episodes off the fucking cigar, which is a very awkward timing because it will be in January next year, which is weird. It would have been cool if we could somehow time it for end of 2023, 100 episodes, but it is what it is. Guys, we're joined by Aussie Slang once again, a regular guest here. Aussie Slang,
Christmas elf.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker!
how the fuck have you been?
I've been good,
You've
bro.
been doing some shit, man. We've been talking a lot off air.
Yeah, yeah. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, before, you know what? Let's try the drinks first.
Yeah, I was gonna say these look mad.
Let's try the drinks before we get into.
Give a gentle stir. You need to give it a bit of a stir, I think.
All right.
Pinky finger.
Yeah, or index. I like the index.
Oh, what's that?
Oh shit! What the hell? Oh, we got a new follower. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Stir all those around. Yep.
I don't know.
It's nice and deep.
It didn't pop up.
I think he's on that long.
All right.
Beautiful.
I don't know how these are going to taste. Probably not good.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Salute. Fuck, you guys aren't patient. I'm trying to fucking still post to get cunts in the fucking live. I still haven't even fucking.
That's awesome. I like it.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's minty.
It's. I think what it is I tried to do. Usually, when you make cocktails, you make one at a time. But I was on the 4 at one time, so I was like quadrupling.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes, like when you try to fit too many cocktails in one mix, more room for error.
What's in the cocktail? If you want to let the people know.
We've got a bit of coconut cream. Got some Bacardi white rum.
Oh no.
Got some fresh pomegranates, some lime juice, some granulized white sugar, some mint leaves, and some ice.
Yeah, beautiful. It's actually not
It
too
actually
bad.
tastes
tastes
fucking
bad,
pretty
yeah.
great.
I think next time I'll blend the ice up so it's like next time I do this would be probably next Christmas, I'm assuming. But but like blend the ice up so it's like a slushy almost.
Yeah. Well, whoever just subscribed or followed, let us know in the chat too, because we can't see shit. There's a fucking big mess in here. I've got so it doesn't. I thought on the Twitch chat it tells you when people subscribe, Cal, or no?
It should. It does.
Really? It's not saying anything here.
Or maybe it was a follow then.
Yeah. Okay. Weird.
Or a sub on YouTube.
First of
Yeah,
all,
okay.
whoever manufactures beards,
Do you need me to connect to the internet for you?
No.
whoever has originally
Did you do it?
manufactured the beard, like not the real beard, the fake beards, has clearly never worn a real beard in their life. Like they don't fit the faces. You know what I mean? Like you need to get your shit together.
Well, it's intended for children. I think that's
I walked into the shop today and he's like, you want a Santa suit? He's like, for adults? I was like, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
for me, man.
I'm saying.
God damn it. Right, guys, man, let's get it going. Aussie Slang. What's been happening?
Not much,
Let's start with the streaming.
Yeah.
As everyone knows, you are the psychologist streamer.
Yeah.
What's been going on? I saw you had a little bit of a break, then you were kind of on again, then you had a little bit of a break. So what happened?
Oh, I just work, got to my mental health, and I just had some health stuff come up as well.
See, which isn't it crazy because
Yeah.
no one asked who's the psychiatrist. Like, who helps you when you're having a rough day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Better psychiatrists.
Yeah. So
no.
what happened, man? Give us a little rundown, bro. What were you going through?
Just work was getting very full on, very chaotic. If you don't know, I'm a counselor in AOD rehab, and it was just getting a bit too much for me. my caseload increased. I had a few high profile, high risk clients come through, and yeah, it was just that, and like I say that like it was terrible work, but work's always been good. It's just that combined with going home, living far away from where I work, just it got to me, like just drained the shit out of me.
So, and then that kind of led into the slowing down on the content and the streaming.
Yeah, because every time I got home, I just went, fuck it, I want to go to bed, or fuck it, I just want to play some other game with the boys and not do X, Y, and Z.
Well, it makes sense because your job is to take on other people's pain, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. It must be hard on the human psyche.
Oh, it is.
Sorry, Iggy, can you... Because I'm going to have the
Oh, yeah.
Twitch open on my phone, so it would be better if I connected to the internet. So we can read the chat from our phones and shit.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember, last time, Callan was also our Christmas guest last year.
Yeah, the boys.
And in FireCast Christmas fashion, in the very first Christmas special, we've done it 3 times now, which is fucking pretty cool. I was saying to Joey before, I'm proud of us, man. I was listening to podcasts at work, and I went back to some of the FireCast episodes just to, I got bored. So I went back to the Europe tier list episode.
Yeah.
And just hearing it come through the speakers in the car, just our voices, because they usually watch on the video to make clips.
Yeah.
But just hearing it, we sound so like professional and like,
Yes,
it sound,
sir.
You sound awesome.
It's a good show, man. And
It's a good thing to see.
thank you if you've been with us since the start. In classic FireCast Christmas fashion, I do have gifts. This one's for you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
This one's for you, Callan.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jugsy
This
says
one's for you,
should
Joey.
definitely be proud. Yeah, we appreciate that, bro.
Thank you,
I mean,
Jugsy,
Thank
man.
you. Hey, isn't this ironic? Santa's getting gifted.
Do we open it? You want to open it?
Open them, man. Bust them
all right.
open.
Thank you, DZ, for the... Ooh. Here we go.
Yeah, look, they're not...
Oh,
It's
shit.
a
Snowball.
It's a light the shape of a moon.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's
Thank
just
you.
they're just cheap little gifts.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
That's
That's
mad.
hectic.
I didn't. These were gifts. I already had in the house, by the way.
Okay, so we didn't fucking buy us anything.
Except
That
yours.
counts.
Yours was from Temu because I saw it and it reminded me of you. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll get this for him.
It's a Harry Potter wand.
Give it, bust it open, bust that fucking thing.
Oh,
There's
Abracadabra.
there's a cap on there somewhere.
No cap.
My phone is not working.
Do you need... I can connect to the internet.
No, it should give me a sec. I think this is a closed on accident.
Ooh. What is this? Money never sleeps. Fuck it, oh.
Yeah, hang it above you while
I
you're
love
trading.
it. Yep.
There you go. Put it in a frame.
That's
Money
hectic.
never
That's hectic.
sleeps.
Is that in frame there?
Thanks for that, Dylan.
That's
Yeah,
of
appreciate
course,
that, man.
Yeah.
Love that shit. I'll be hanging that up 100%.
So yeah, good to have you back, Aussie Slang,
Thanks
my
for having me,
friend.
boys, again.
It's
Love
always
it.
good to see you, brother.
Always good to see you guys too.
Yeah, so Aussie Slang, man. So how have you how does someone in your profession deal with you having some rough time? Like, cause like do you have like in your field of work? Do you discuss that?
Supervision. Yeah, a lot of supervision.
Okay.
External, in-house. In-house is harder sometimes because sometimes everyone else is going through the same shit you are. But external supervision is super good because you have someone who's in the same skill set as you, who's probably a lot more time and, thank you, by the way.
You're up.
Who's done it for ages and they have an objective view on like your work, what you've been doing. Am I doing this right with this client? That's what supervision is all about. Like, how do I get better at my job? How do I get better at integrating therapy and stuff like that? And you need to be registered as well as a counselor and a psychologist. You have to have a certain amount of supervision hours. If you don't meet that, you get cancelled. You get deregistered.
Supervision hours meaning like you have someone watching on your sessions.
No, you.
Or you mean
talk to
supervision?
them.
Oh,
Like, you're counselling your therapy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
mad. Yeah, because I feel like if you too much goes unchecked, then it's like it's like snowball effect almost. And it's like
Yeah.
if you don't nip it in the bud, then you're carrying so much like with you, and then it's like where do you start? And it probably gets worse because then it's like you don't know if you don't know what to describe what you're feeling, which is, after a while of just having all that backlog of like fucking. It's
Yeah,
secondhand
it's heaps,
trauma.
man, it's
Even though it's
heaps.
not happening to you, you're still getting like this information, and you're like, you can't help but do something with it, whether it hits you in a soft spot or
Transference.
yeah.
It's transference. Like, you got to always keep, because empathetic. We're all empathetic people, I think, especially the people like us as a group, especially. But when it's interesting because you can pick up someone else's shit just by talking to them sometimes. So you don't even need to be a therapist. Like, you can listen to people going, "Oh my god, that person's going through X, Y, and Z." But having an opportunity to debrief through supervision or through a friend group or support in general, like family, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I really appreciate this,
Yeah.
you know, because we get to talk about it in like a entertainment kind of funny
Yeah.
standpoint, you know.
But it could also help other people as well. Like that's the thing too. Like people don't realize this. Like, man, here, like on FireCast, yeah, we fuck around a lot in that, and like, you know, a lot of the shit we say can be unhinged and random. But like, I literally got messaged by someone. I won't say his name in case he doesn't want me to say it. But like, he literally said, he's like, man, like I was fucking going for a rough patch. Like I'm talking, I was like, yeah, like suicidal and shit, and like just and then just talking just feels good. It can help, and people don't realize. And I feel like we can provide that for someone, and we don't even know it. Like, there could be some random guy out there stumbles across this, has a fucking laugh, and then like
Feels
you know,
better.
and he just feels better.
But it's as simple as that, like a laugh. It doesn't mean we have to have like all the secrets to the universal life, but it's like sometimes if you just can switch off and not forget about things for a bit, like.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. And I feel like, especially in your industry, man, like, god damn. Like, that so what was kind of, what made you want to, because you switched now companies, right? So obviously without sharing too much, because a lot of things got to be confidential.
I did the Dylan and quitted.
Without sharing too much, what kind of led you to kind of go, okay, this field of what we're doing, because you were doing drugs and alcohol mainly, right? So what made you go from sort of thinking in your head, okay, maybe is it this type of counseling or these clients that are kind of fucking with me mentally? Should I go try it, a different clientele? Or did you ever have those times where you were kind of going, fuck, I don't know if this job's for me?
No, I think I never once had the thought of the job wasn't for me.
Okay.
I love AOD. I love the clients. For me, it's a lot of like right now, the world, our country is going through so much shit. And since I work for a rehab, it's like government, you know, it's actually an NGO. So we're a charity. And we're doing it hard, and there's not a lot of money, and that puts stress on everyone.
Oh,
you know?
so you're a charity.
Yeah. I can't say where I work.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
fine. Wow, I didn't know that.
And it's like it just gets full on. And I've done AOD for nearly 3 years now. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, I've done it for nearly
it's been a
three
while.
years.
Well, I don't know, it's been 3, but I know last time you were on, you were in AOD.
Yeah. So I've done it. I worked at another rehab, and this is my second rehab. This is the one the longest I've been at. This one. A year and 9 months. The one before I was there for a year, so I've done 2 years and 9 months, nearly 3 years.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man. And they do say in our line of work, you kind of got to move around. You know, 3 years is a while. Yeah.
Oh, really? So so they reckon it's normal to not sort of nest in one area.
Stops you burning out.
Well, to be fair, Caleb,
Since
I saw you last already in your new job, you look you're glowing, mate.
Thank you,
you
bro.
look fucking,
Appreciate
you look,
Appreciate it.
mate, you look sunny, bro. It's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, man.
I'm happy for you too. When I hear your messages sometimes, I just go, I'm glad Dylan's happy. You know?
Change is good, man, especially in your line of work, man. It makes sense that they say that you should move around because 3 years is a solid effort at any workplace, you know. So that's, I think, fair to move.
Zexa, shout out you. Zexa goes, is it lagging for anyone else? And Jugs goes, nah, just your cable Wi-Fi. Oh, fuck. But yeah, Jugsy does say that Joey couldn't have said it any better about not having to know the secrets of the universe, but just having a laugh and taking your mind off things can really work wonders. He also then says, DZ can tell you I was having a rough time about a month ago, and I felt like I could never feel normal again, but just having a laugh and feeling grounded now. 100%, man.
Yeah, man. That's all it takes.
Like 100%. Like just, I feel like
enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy life. Got to laugh.
Like, and it's the thing, I feel like most people take for granted the whole just talking to your mates as well. That's why I love doing this shit, not just for the fucking, obviously we want to do a hectic job at a podcast. It's just getting together and just talking, bro. Like, just talking, bro. Like
having a chat.
Remember all the times I'd have a rough fucking week at Asphalt, but we'd still show up and I'd be sitting there like half asleep and shit. But that helps kind of fucking get me through.
And I feel like it's like a little, not a meeting, but it's like you get, I feel like it aligns your goals more. It's like it recenters you because let's just say if we didn't have this like continual podcast, right? Some of the things you would talk about with like your business ventures or like your music or whatever it may be, sometimes it's easy to forget about that unless you're constantly talking about it. And when you're discussing, what's on next? Or we got a live show here. Talk about the show, blah, 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 networking, whatever. The more you talk about it, it gets you more G'd up for it. And then it just reminds you why we're doing this. Exactly. Otherwise, it's hard to just remind yourself, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing
exactly
it?
Fucking right.
Motivation, manifestation.
So just quickly, so this, I can just save this VOD,
and I could just
Yeah,
fucking
the VOD
download it. That's what I did last
The
time. I'm pretty
VOD
sure.
will be on your creator dashboard.
on the Twitch, yeah. And I
Yeah,
just download
and then
the
you
video,
just download the VOD.
which is hectic because it's
Yeah.
minimal editing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad. But because I just realized I'll record this just in case anyway. I don't even know if it's going to record it because it's connected to that.
We'll record it. Off that?
No, off the actual machine, yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, it's still recording anyway, but should I have hit the record button on that or no? It doesn't
Either
matter.
way,
eh?
you're safe because that will stay.
That's saved
Do,
today.
do your VODs auto-save?
Yes, yeah.
That's
Are
fine.
you sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
all my streams and shit. All my
Well, either way,
streams.
now it's backed up because you got record the button. Now.
Yeah. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Yes, sir.
So, Joey K, your week. How you been going, man? What's been going on? No more attacks, no more.
No, nothing. I've been staying on the straight and narrow, just fucking dodging junkies left and right, just trying to get by, make a living. But I went to that M Huncho concert last night, and it was so good, bro. It was so good.
How was that? How was
Good,
that?
bro. It went on. We got there at like maybe 8 o'clock. We got there just after 8, but he didn't come on until 9:30. But he got off just before 11, and I was going to call in sick, and then had Tori on my back going, you can't have a sickie. And I'm like, I can
Shut up, bitch.
And I'm like, I get 10 a year. I can take one and still get paid.
Yeah.
And get my asshole chewed out by Tori the next day and
Yeah.
hear about it for the next 2 hours of my morning. Like, I'll be trying to enjoy a day off. And it'll be like, Wolf of Wall
should've
Street.
went to work.
You know Wolf of Wall Street and Margot Robbie wakes Leo up with the water. She'll realize I had a sickie. Like, so then I just chose to suck it up. I went to sleep at 12:15. I woke up at 4 a.m. to get the train.
Oh, my.
And I started at 6, worked till 2, then went to the party shop. Got the Santa outfit.
My
got
God.
cocktail mixes.
Yeah.
By the way, this is like pasteurized milk. I don't know what I did to this, but I think I realized when I'm seeing the ice cubes floating in this lonely glass of milk, I was probably supposed to blend the ice cubes.
It looks like
I
semen.
like it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
It looks like semen.
does taste nice.
Like
It's-
rusty coins.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though.
Oh, that's the new drink.
And
Rusty
Jez is in
Coins.
the chat too.
I love how Jez goes, I love how Iggy's a tech guy, has no clue he can save and upload a podcast.
Well-
Look, man, I'm on fucking holidays, man. All right,
Yeah, we've got this far.
Yeah, tech guy, I'm on fucking holidays. Zexa says I got a photo with M Huncho. Oh yeah, I saw your Instagrams, bro.
Yeah, you get a photo of everyone.
Did he?
Yeah.
This guy's got photos of everybody.
Huncholini. Bro, I love Huncho. Where did he get? He must have went to the other concert then. Was there another concert or just the one?
Or maybe he was there last night then.
Maybe. Yeah.
you
It went off, but
Yeah.
Metro, surprisingly, the aircon held up. You know, sometimes
really?
when people just load up, it's like a sweatbox, but they were just blasting it, bro.
Fuck.
Well, they had to because fucking people can like die just.
Yeah,
off
well, we
heat
had
and shit, like.
I think at one point he stopped for like 5 minutes because someone looked like they were going to pass out, and he's like, "Oh, hold on!" He's cut the music, and this was like a solid 5 minute stop in the concert,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
And he was just throwing bottles out. He's like, "Security, do your job, give bottles out." So,
Oh, he's pegging bottles at him, buddy.
That's
so
all
that
right, bud.
he was just chucking bottles out, and then he didn't start until. It was probably 5 solid minutes, and that's a long time to stop during a concert, especially when there wasn't a fight or anything. It was just like he was worried of it. So, but it's mad how artists
Yeah,
ever
good guy.
since the Travis Scott incident as well.
Yeah.
It was happening long before
demonic
that.
ritual.
But ever since Travis Scott got put on blast for
Yeah,
doing what he
fuck.
done,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's trying to be more aware of people's safety at these events.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Well, yeah, fuck. You got to watch the kids too, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Fuck.
Was it all ages?
Yeah, I mean, I think. I don't know.
well,
but they were
Zex is
selling it.
underage. Zex is not 18, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Zexa. Wait, were you there last night, Zexa, or did you go to?
Confirm
Did you
it or not, are
see
you
him?
7
Or
years
is he
old?
18?
Holy shit.
So what about
I'm
you?
fucking up today,
you
bro.
all right, man? Or what the hell? How are you? What have you been doing this week, man? Are you
fucking-
tired from your new job or something? Or what?
Well, a little bit. I just drive around all day. It's fucking
Anything to
Alright,
report, man? What's been going on, mate? Nothing
Nothing
new.
much, man. Nothing much. It's good. Works good. We fucking did the podcast a couple of days ago already. Anyway, so like it hasn't even been a full week yet. So if you don't know, if you're tuning in live, this isn't going to be on YouTube for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Man. So because next Monday we got episode 49. 89. Which we recorded earlier this week. So that'll come out first. And then on Christmas Day,
Is
it
episode
happens to be
90, yeah.
Monday. So
That
on
works
Christmas
out
Day,
sick, man.
you'll
God
get this
damn.
Christmas preview. So if you're here in the live,
Merry
you get
Chrysler.
a very early preview.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Salud,
Fuck,
man.
that's beautiful.
Fucking Merry Christmas, my
Pa
brothers.
arriba, abajo, al centro, pa dentro.
What is it?
Time is not a waste of life, and life is not a waste of time. So let's stop wasting time, get wasted, and
And
at the time of our lives, baby.
Beautiful. So,
That's
Aussie fucking Slang Binos.
I want to go back to the streaming stuff for a little bit because I love that stuff.
Yeah,
What are
me
your
too, man.
What are your plans? Do you have anything? Have you started up again or no?
I've started doing 1 or 2 days a week again.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just same stuff like the anime games I've been playing, but I want to do Lethal Company because Lethal Company, if no one's played that game yet,
Yeah, okay.
looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've seen some funny ass fucking.
It's oh man, like if you get 2 solid mates in that game, you got a PC?
No.
Fuck.
No.
All right.
Yeah,
You'd be good. I reckon if you ever played a game like that with the boys, like use free. Holy shit, Joey.
What's this game? What
It's
is
like
it? What's the premise?
It's like an exploration game, isn't it?
exploration.
They're all the best games are though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
yeah.
story, there's obviously this.
It's
Just
multiplayer.
full-
It's just multiplayer, and well, you can do it solo, but it's hard. So it's like a horror / kind of co-op.
You love those fucking horror games.
They make the best content, bro.
Are you
That's
gonna,
why.
are you gonna get sweaty palms because you're so anxious playing and you're
Because
like,
you're going fuck,
you're like-
and then the Bracken's trying to come, fucking the bum a little bit. It's like,
oh wait,
you know,
your PC, are you?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well, you
okay.
do- I don't know. It's on PC.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like a horror explore. You got to find scrap to bring back to meet a quota for a company in space.
Yeah.
So you go to like abandoned planets
Yeah.
with like a crew. You're doing the boys, and you're like, and it's like proximity chat. So if you go too far away, you can't hear them. And
That sounds fun.
Oh wow!
there's
So it's kind of
monsters.
realistically, it's
Yeah.
realistic like that.
yeah, well, it's not like graphics
what-
are shit.
no.
but
When I
like,
say
yeah,
like
yeah.
proximity,
Yeah.
because then you can't just be on the other
Yeah.
side and still.
Yeah, and be like, "Yo, Cooper, what's going on?" Oh man, like it gets fucked, and there's monsters trying to like kill you.
Yeah.
It's an abandoned planet. So you go in, and there's this one monster that like it stalks you. So I remember once when I first started playing, you're trying to find scrap. You see these these bug things that don't do anything. They just go "Rah," like just fucking jump at you, and then they get, and then you just get neck snapped. And it's called the bracket. And this thing, you can't beat it, you can't kill it. The only way to get rid of it is if you see it it stalks you. If you see it stalk you, see these glowing white eyes.
Yeah.
And if you see it looks at you, you can't look at it for too long, but you just look at it for a bit, then you look away, and then it will run away.
What the?
So it only comes at you if you lock eye contact and remain eye contact.
Well, and it stalks you. So if you got your back turned, it will just run up and then fucking the bum.
Sounds like the junkies in Kingswood.
yeah. But
Just
that's only one
look away.
monster though. There's other monsters too. They're all
true.
fucked.
Yeah,
They're all
Jesus Christ.
fucked, bro.
What
My
about
phone's fucked.
How do you Did you want me to connect with you? Or
That's all right.
see if it works.
You can have the chat.
How the viewership? Is it
gone-
sustained or have you lost some?
I
Have you?
was very surprised that last weekend, Saturday, when I streamed on Fate Granddaughter, I had between 8 to 12 people on there. I was actually very honoured with that. And we were just doing, I fucked up the event that we were doing. There's like a limited time event in the game, but I started it too early because the main node you had to run farm wasn't out yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But people came and had a chat anyway, and it was good to see everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want a bit more content for the YouTube, but I'm not a good editor, bro. At my videos,
Editing's
Yeah,
fucked.
so-
I hate editing. It's so.
I've been doing a lot of raw shit. That's why I just
It's so time consuming editing, man. It's fucking and it's. I feel like it's boring. It's like fun for the first 5 minutes because you
Yeah.
kind of have a laugh
When
at
you
all the
rewatch
funny.
it,
Yeah, and then you're like,
yeah.
oh, like fuck
Yeah.
this because you got like 3 hours worth of shit you got to try and go
Yeah.
through and shit. Yeah, that's fucked. So any significant plans and for the new year? Anything you want to switch up? You want to change games, or you just want to kind of keep going doing what you're doing?
kind of want to maintain the games because
Yeah?
I like the games I play, and
Yeah,
I've just
that
gotten
is-
such a habit with them. And I've got my community's based around it too. Like with the 260 people in my Discord, like
they're for those
games, you know.
okay.
And I do want to play because the good thing about YouTube at the very least, I don't need to stream Lethal Company. I can record it and chuck up and see how it goes, like the Phasmophobia stuff. But I also want to do tier lists because I see they pop off a little bit on YouTube. And I have a few opinions on a few things and a few characters and shit. Got a few mates who are very bad degens, and you know we can
do
rate
some waifu
yeah,
fucking
some waifu shit. Yeah. Fucking rate. Oh, man, I'm fucking
Degenerate.
Yeah,
Juggy
degens.
says, Joey, show Willie. Nathan Oyen says, yo, what's going on, everybody? If you guys have questions as well, man, don't be
leave
shy.
some questions, man.
Leave some
Yeah.
questions,
Christmas
man.
questions. What's the
Anything-
worst gift you've ever got for Christmas?
Comment, go.
Let us
in the
know.
chat. Let us fucking
And what's
know.
the most annoyingly overdone? Don't say Mariah Carey. Everyone's going to say Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, I guess
Music.
so.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah, Michael Boobs.
But
It's
Mar-
beginning.
You get some views.
they'd both be cheering, because every
royalties.
December, they know they're going to make a couple
And
million.
now Ariana Grande, now she's at that level now where like she has that Santa baby.
Oh, yeah. That's
I haven't
Just
heard.
that starts licking her nipples for the clicks.
yeah.
Has nothing to do with Christmas. It's getting cold
Oh
outside.
god.
So, Cal,
Yo, that's my name.
work,
Yes.
right? You because you're saying off air that with what you're doing now is mostly younger people and family local youth. Have you've always had a bit of a swing towards trying to help the youth, right? Like
be a high school counsellor.
Yeah, okay. But what was that because no experience, or was that like a whole different field of work?
I had probably some of the best intervention for myself in high school. So I kind of wanted to always do it because it's something that helped me. I'm 25, so 7 years ago we were at school.
Something like that.
Yeah, so
A long
fucking
time.
we're still young.
Yeah, we're young.
Like, yeah, like I don't know the HSC, anxiety, family issues. I know exactly what it's all like when you're a teenager and you're just trying to, you're trying to build your identity when you're that old. Like fuck, and then you throw in family, you throw in school, you throw in everything else that comes at you. Like you need therapy.
I feel like it would be easier to be in that kind of position towards someone younger than you. I feel like what you were doing before in the drug and alcohol, it's a lot of people your age or older even. Yeah, and that would be a weird dynamic, I feel like.
Yeah,
whereas
they wouldn't I feel like they wouldn't connect with you because they're the
funny
elder.
that you say that actually, because like I've had some of like the best turnarounds I've had are with older men. Yeah, man. I had one client and he was an Indigenous high profile client, and the work I did with him, oh shit.
Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Zexa, for the sub, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, keep
awesome.
going, brother. Sorry.
The turnaround I had with him, and he had, health issues and other issues, and he turned into a machine, and it was great to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think a lot, and especially the thing is with AOD, like these people, I hate saying that, but like people who suffer from addiction do it because they've got nothing else because their family. It's a lot of it's
trauma,
like
man.
Family trauma, bro, and it's sexual and physical, and it's terrible. And to live with those things,
and that
and have no one in your corner, not even mum and dad, that's hard.
And that takes a toll on you though too, right? Because always seeing that and working with that and seeing people like that fucking
it sucks, but it's a privilege still. And I always say that, like a big part of me moving was I don't want to say company wise, but I've just life wise, like I was getting home at 6. I didn't want to fucking stream. I didn't want to do anything like that. I didn't want to play with the boys. I didn't want to work out. Didn't want to do anything. I just want to go home and sleep. I feel sorry for my current partner, Genevieve, because like it affected my relationship a little bit, especially my mental health. Like,
Hey, I want to touch on that as well, because like when you work I've always said this, when you work so many hours a week and you're not happy, we've said it heaps on the podcast as well.
True.
When you're not happy, it affects like work is the main thing. Some people take pay cuts, right? You took a pay cut, DZ, because you wanted your quality of life to be better. And I swear you were happier for it. When you drop the whole, I can live on this. Like if you work out what you can live on, for now I can live on this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just happy to get out of like my own head and get out of that bad situation that I was in. Because like it does affect, it bleeds out into the relationship.
Yeah, man.
It's like even Tori, right? She does so much for the company she's working for. She's worked for 6 years. She's still getting underpaid, I reckon, but she got a pay rise the other day. Pay rise.
Congratulations, Tori.
And she's been doing so much, and she's been doing so many extra hours coming home. I want to say coming home, she works from home. But still, I'll get home and I'm like a fucking puppy, bro. I'm just like, hey, what's this, what's that, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, just give me a second. And then I'm like, okay, true. Like nothing personal, but still, even if it's not personal towards your partner, you're still sitting in this with someone that's in a shitty mood, and you're like, oh, I get that. But if that's every day, and then you only get 2 days of the week to do something about it, but by the time you recover, by the Sunday, you're like, oh, I'm feeling good again. And then
Monday, yeah.
So
fuck it, I resonate with that so much.
It's crazy, bro. Like,
So what are your current hours then?
At work?
Yeah. Same hours?
So my new... I don't really have
We haven't
work
started
hours.
yet.
I haven't started yet. I started on the 8th,
what
I talked to my new boss. He basically said to me, there is not really any working hours. It's just you got to see 3 to 4 people a day.
Oh, that's all right.
And just go to their houses and do the counselling and then do the billing, and then it's like having your kind of private stuff, but
like
it's good
subcontracting almost. You're doing it on your own.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man.
And what, he's already got like a bunch of clients and shit. Wow.
It's all that's the NDIS. It's the billings through the NDIS. Only big thing I really got to do is just do a massive NDIS report at the end of it. I do sentencing reports nearly every week. So if anything like that, which I hope they are, well, I hope they aren't, because I hope they're a bit less, because they're full on sometimes, especially if a client is going in looking at years going back in the jail after rehab, and then you've got to actually be honest in a sentence report, because you got to be completely objective. If you're not objective, then you're ethically fucking shooting yourself in the balls.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's less stress. I think that's the main thing.
It sounds better. It
Yeah,
sounds better.
yeah.
So you could knock out 4 sessions in 4 or 4.5 hours, right? Give or take.
Yeah.
And you spend the rest of the day doing paperwork if need be. But some days you just knock off early. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't have to do it
I hope
right
so.
now.
I hope so.
That would be good to have that
That's
freedom.
my work. That's what I need, man. Because I want to go home. I want to talk to you. I want to play games with you again. I want to
Yes.
fucking
Enjoy life,
Enjoy, and not be coming home on the M4 when there's a fucking accident every single. Hey, you know what? It's not going to work. The fucking accidents happen. It's fucking going home.
Yeah. And it's on a straight road.
And and bro, like I feel so sorry for my missus. I talk to her when I'm on my way home, and that's when I'm like, fuck my life.
Yeah. Fucking.
Oh, some fuckers just had an accident. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck it. And she's like, oh my God. And she's gone off with me. I'm like,
People.
Yeah, man, I love that, being a supportive girlfriend,
Yeah,
being like,
I
she's not even there, but she's still like, fuck that guy.
fuck that guy.
Fuck him,
that
mate.
guy.
why did you just today be a prick when you drive? Fuck you. And she, like, I never met her. She's like the innocent, but fuck, I've just cracked. I feel bad.
I've seen her on your wallpaper, and
Yeah.
you can tell she's innocent just by that, like legit.
Zexa
you
says,
bring
been
that up.
a lot of ups
Good on
and
ya.
downs this
thank you,
year.
bro.
I can't stand work. Yeah, I feel like most of us can't stand work, man. Let us know what were some of your ups this year, Zex. So give us some of your ups. Let's start with some positive stuff. People really underestimate the what the 9 to 5 can do to the fucking
Human condition.
your mind.
It's
man.
it's smack bang in the middle of the day. 9 isn't early, right? But it's not late.
Yeah.
5 isn't early,
But
but
it's
it's,
a bit
not late.
too late.
It's a
And
bit
then,
too late.
like, oh.
And then you take in travel.
Yeah.
You've been on the road for, let's just say, 45 minutes average, 30. So you leave home at fucking 8:30, 20 past. You get home at traffic, 6 or whatever the fuck. Then you walk in the door, you, like you said, relationship suffers. You fucking whipping up chicken Kiev in the oven instead of making a meal because you're like, you don't have time, so you just fucking put it in the oven.
Yeah.
I think 9 to 5, out of all the popular, like, typical hours, 9 to 5 is literally the worst
It's
one.
fucked,
At my previous job, I was doing 9 to 5:30. Now I finish at 4. I start at 7, I finish at 4. And
I'd rather
the
do
difference is immense.
just an hour and a half.
Just finishing at 4 makes a massive fucking difference. 5, it's past the point of no return. You can't do 5. If you finish at 5,
too
change
late.
jobs, get something, do something else.
May as well
Too
just
late.
fucking
It's miserable. 4 is all right.
sell your
4's fine.
soul.
Because then what? You're home at 5. By the time you shower, have dinner, 6:30.
No, I'm home at fucking 4:20, man, 4:15.
Of course you are.
And most of the time, I get early mark and shit anyway. But like, yeah, man, don't finish at 5. Whatever your job is, if you can start earlier, it's way more worth.
bro.
I
It
wake
is.
up now.
It is.
I never pictured myself one of these people, but now I don't really have a choice. I wake up at 5. I go to the gym in the morning before work, and then I go across the street to work. So I'm part of the 5 a.m. club now. I'm one of those guys.
Yep.
Welcome.
And it's funny because when I go to the gym in the morning now at 5, there's so many people in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's full of people in there. And my old
big club.
manager from Coles works out in that gym too, and I've seen him. And we got made redundant together from the meat department and shit. And he came up to me the first time I was in there. He's like, "I didn't know you training." I'm like, "I don't. This is my first time here because I just started." So, but yeah, man, there's a lot. I've seen heaps of people in there, man. A lot of people wake up at 5, do the 5 a.m. thing. It's good, man. You feel good. You feel better. It's kind of like the cold showers a little bit. You know, you just get it done, and you feel better for it.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man.
Like it says, met some good rappers and Huncho. Yeah, no, it's good, bro. If anyone's got any stories, did anyone fucking quit their jobs or anything this year or anything wild? Fucking let us know. But that story you're telling me off air, can you tell that on air or no? The one about when you walked in on the guy, you can't say that. The guy on the couch.
Can't do that.
Ah, okay.
No, I can't
you have to tell these boys off air.
tell them,
That's
I'll tell them.
wild.
Yeah, that's fine.
okay,
Yeah.
that's I thought you wouldn't be able to say that.
No,
That's
I can't.
wild.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's wild.
I can't.
Okay, that would have been fucking interesting.
can't. Yeah,
God damn.
fuck.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Joey told me, bro, how crazy was our car ride home from the last podcast, bro? So many things happened.
Yeah.
We're driving home, right, and we're pulling up to almost his street, right, and there's like a car on the side of the road here, and we're pulling up about to turn down his street, and a rat
this fucking
Bro,
Wait,
big.
no word of a lie. With
Massive.
including the tail like that. This thing was striding out. Like, do you know like a cheetah goes? Do you know when a cheetah slow motion? They leap like this, bro. This thing was stretched.
could see his body.
DZ slowed down. It was so big, and he thought to himself, he goes, "It's too small to be a cat." But it's like because it was bigger than a rat.
Wait, where the fuck was this?
In front, like down this road from mine, and it creeped down some guy's
It ran
backyard.
into some guy's backyard.
Yeah, down the road, like 300 meters from us. But this thing was fucking huge, bro.
You're massive, man.
I
I've
wouldn't be
never seen a rat that big.
I wouldn't be
bro.
surprised if it had a fucking saddle
Again,
on
massive.
the cunt.
I remember once.
Like, legit. Some guy was like,
It's just a
Dude.
junkie riding
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like radioactive rat, man.
Really?
I was at town hall once, right? And I was coming home from uni. I'll never forget. I was looking, just staring down at the fucking tracks, and I just see this. I thought it was the tracks, but this fucking brown, fucking massive thing started moving, and I went, "Oh my god, that's a rat!" And it was fucking massive. That's
Yeah.
not including the tail. It was just like, it had presence.
Yeah.
It fucking sat there like.
Yeah.
Have you
He
guys
had
seen that?
aura about him,
What's
mate.
that fucking movie? The
It
one
had
with
its
the-
own saving account.
Yeah.
and
Like, you know
everything.
that
Footsteps, the
yeah,
footsteps.
it's like
on
I can't go home to my fucking kids and shit. Have you guys seen that movie with the cows on the farm and there's that rat? Is like Mr. Bobolova.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
What is that
Mr.
movie?
Boom. I don't know.
Barnyard.
Is it Barnyard? It's
Some
Barnyard. It's
shit.
Barnyard. I hate rats and mice.
I met his nephew come to town. Oh fuck, mate.
And this guy told me a story. I don't know if you want to tell
Yeah,
the
yeah,
story,
fuck
but
it,
I
fuck
was,
it.
I was fucking cracking up.
We were talking about how like I think it was like we were talking about like I think like
First bone, like your first time when you
you-
first like puberty, like you first get puberty,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
first
yeah.
boners.
And then I'm like,
bro.
imagine like when you're like the first time. Do you remember when you first? And then I was like, yeah, when you first started jerking off, and you thought, oh, I've just discovered the best thing since fucking cheese with pasta. You know what I mean? Like, and then so I was just saying how funny is it how back in the day you used to jerk off to like shit that wasn't such HD. Like it wasn't like back in the day. It was like People magazine and shit. And then I remember my first time. I was like, the first time I jerked off, I went to the Quicks in St. Clair. And no, I didn't jerk off. But I was planning to jerk off because I'm like, I knew I could actually ejaculate, and I'm just like,
planning it.
I'm old enough
That's
to.
what I can do.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's like Spider-Man when he first cast his first web. He's like, and then I'm on the bathroom bucket, just like, But I went to the Quicks, and I was like, yeah, I'll get this. I went through all these porno mags. I'm like, I'll get People magazine, right?
Oh,
so I'm 14 or 15, right? And I'm like, and I'm like, I'm walking up to the counter. And I'm like yeah, and then just like bought the People magazine. And remember People magazine, bro? Like people used to literally beat off to pictures, right?
Yeah.
And so that was the first magazine I beat off to. And then before I went home, I was like, I want to take this a little step further, right? So I went to the bathroom in there, and they used to have a condom vending machine. And I put $2 in and bought a condom because I'd never bought a condom before. And I was like, oh, nice. So I went home, I put the condom on, and I jerked off to the People magazine and jerked off in the condom to be like, hey, I'm a virgin still, but I'm like, maybe there's virgin, then there's not a virgin, then there's somewhere in between. And I feel like I was sitting in
That's
this.
awesome,
I
Ken.
was
That's
sitting.
funny.
It's sad, but at the time, I definitely thought it was awesome.
Like, I was losing it, bro. I was cracking up. I'm like, it's like a scene from fucking American Pie or something.
Oh, that's
It's like super bad, bro. Like Jonah doing the fucking.
Did you tell your friends that at school what you did or no?
I think I told my close homies, but I mean, who knows how many
They're all
people
doing the same shit. eh?
Probably, yeah.
I couldn't even believe that he used to jerk off to magazines. I was like,
Yeah.
bro,
What the fuck?
But like when you think about it, right?
You're a bit
I'm
older.
29.
Yeah.
And then so
okay,
when I
yeah.
was younger, magazines were like, you know,
That was the thing.
a few pages got stuck together, you just left it behind. You know, there's more on the next one, whatever.
You're trying to peel open the page.
Or the worst would be if your mum comes in your room to clean up or something, and your magazine was left here, but then you come back a few hours later and your magazine's like stacked perfectly. You're like, and then you have to go to this like you're having dinner and you're like, how's the steak? How's the steak, Joey? It's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. Is it as good as that People magazine? You're fucking,
Oh
just get
my
attacked like fucking bull.
god!
I couldn't believe it. I was laughing so hard.
And I feel like that story came out of nowhere. Eh? We just
You didn't have to tell me
The
that.
rat spooks him.
The rat is like,
just
rat
after that, the
spooked
rat.
It was before the.
Was it before the rat?
I think it was before
Yeah.
I can picture this ginormous rat as well. Just running.
That's cool.
Bro, Joey and I have some fucking conversations on.
Oh,
in
I
the
could
car, bro.
imagine. I can imagine the pre and post podcast combos you cunts would have in the car.
Some
bro.
of the time, even that time, I was like, why didn't I say that on the pod?
Yeah, he
Like, I
said
don't know.
that. He's like, that was one for the pod.
Oh fuck.
You guys should have little clip-on mics. So when you drive here and home, if there's anything funny, we can chuck them in the pod.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know what? I've been looking at those because we need them, man. We need them. We can start doing golf videos going out. Those clip-on mics are actually pretty cheap. They're not.
A lot of people.
I bought a pair for my sister.
Yeah,
How do they work though? It stores the audio on the
It's,
mic.
I think so, and it's like chargeable. It's like AirPods. You just stick them on here.
Yeah, I don't know how they work, but we should get some.
A lot of people do when they do like gym workouts and shit, they're holding it up here anyway. So does it still work as well clipped to your shirt?
Yeah, it does. It
I don't know
should.
why, but a lot of people they always like choose to hold it.
But I think that's when they're using like headphones or something. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen
It's
that.
usually the
but
gym influencers, and they're just like, "Oh, today
I
we're
think
gonna do."
Yeah, but I think that's when they get that effect. When they get this, the podcast
and I
effect
think
in a
peop-
loud gym. you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
okay, true.
But because yeah, I'm pretty sure they work. That's the whole point. You clip them on here, or you clip them on your hat or something.
If we're gonna do those golf day things, you need those because you can't
100%.
obviously carry
if
a
we
mic.
do anything out in the field, we need those mics because we're at the point now. We've been doing content for so long, like we can't. We got to be top notch, man. We
Yeah.
can't do fucking camera audio shit.
Yeah,
no way. It's got to be professional.
I bought Kira one that costed me like just for the pair. It's like a microphone thing because she wants to do she does content for her work, and I'm trying to convince her to do podcasting. By the way, so yeah, it cost me like $180, and it was like a pretty swell. Like mic thing, you just tip on your collar, and then when she does her stuff and talks about like her beauty products and stuff, she doesn't need to worry about getting the mic, getting the phone closer,
Yeah, okay.
and stuff like that. Just sets it all up.
Yeah, well, we do something that we'll be looking at in the new year, man. Some fucking golf stuff, some fucking fishing videos in a pond. I'm going to release a barracuda in a lake, and first one to catch it gets $10 million.
We're gonna make the lake as well.
Yeah,
Man-made lake.
Yeah, it'll be all man-made. It'll be all just fucking. So, cow,
Bunch of
man.
bungers.
So overall, now, how do you feel like your mental health is kind of sitting?
Better, way better. Keener. I'm hungrier. I lost all that last. Like if you talked to me 2 weeks ago, I probably would have been. Oh no, when did I resign? 3 weeks ago. Yeah, talk to me before then. No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been good. And that's when you can see it on my content as well. It just dropped to the fucking floor.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I haven't even been probably as active as I should be in my Discord, and that's something I've noticed. So I love my
Yeah.
Discord. My Discord's awesome, and thank you for everyone who's in it. Join Iggy's Discord, by the way, if you're here.
Yeah, join our Discord,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I feel much better. I'm keen because if it's the truth behind it, if I can see the 3 to 4 clients a day, come home, do my notes, I want to try and get more back into the live streams because I love them. I love talking to people, especially around the nerdy stuff because it reminds me back when I was younger, I had no one to talk to about this shit except for Cooper, and like when I met you guys later in life, always there for that, to have a safe space. And just mega keen now, and just to do different work with youth as well. I'm pretty keen to do that because it's newer to me, and I need it because I don't know if I was stagnating or not.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit, and I'm being honest with that. I don't know if it was me just going fuck, like. And when you do that as a therapist, that's when you got to really take a step back and go, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The past couple times I seen you before your birthday, you were doing it tough, man.
Yeah.
You look like you were fed up a little bit. So it's good.
no.
I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, I
It looks
appreciate
like,
it.
man, you're gonna really flourish.
I hope so.
I feel like, man,
Yeah.
and I got good vibes about next year for all of us. I had a pretty shit year. I'm not gonna lie. This year's been pretty rough for me, man. And I think next year, like, I'm finally in a good space. I feel like things are picking up for everything. The music, the pod, everything we got
boys.
going on, man.
Well, look,
New jobs for everyone. We're killing it.
Save that for, because that's actually one of the polls that I asked, so we'll talk about that. But before, I want to pour Cow another beer.
thank you.
Because Zexy here says, my mental health is drained. Any advice? And then he says, I hope you're okay, Aussie Slang.
Oh, thank you, brother.
I'm looking forward to next year. So yeah, we appreciate the nice words, my brother. But any advice for him, man? Anyway, for anyone who's got some mental health stuff that's your mental health's a bit drained. That was me when I was doing roadworks. Like I was, and the thing is,
Want to be?
Actually, I'll have a beer.
in the mug. Put it
Oh, you want a beer?
You want a beer?
Fuck, I didn't. Sorry, bro. I didn't.
No, that's
I
all
would've
right.
got
I
you
was,
a-
I was thinking about, but then
you
I
reckon
got
in
over
the
this. I got over the off milk. So
Yeah, I noticed you weren't drinking it, so I
Yeah.
was like, fuck.
You know what? I'll go see if there's a better cup. Hold on. So start off. So just go.
I'll
Because-
answer that question.
Yeah. So let Dexter know any advice. Jugsy says meditation, but I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
All right, sweet.
yeah.
I feel like. Do you agree though? Right. I feel like with us as men, and if you guys agree in the chat, man, let me know. I feel like we subconsciously don't realize that we're doing it tough for ages.
Oh man, I can
For
get
ages,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ages, right? Does anyone in the chat agree? And then you realize, like, 4 months in, you go, hold on a second, I feel like shit. And it kind of just hits you like a fucking truck.
It does, especially when other people see it before you do.
Well,
Fucking hell.
so maybe give us some advice how to help us. I'll go get Joey K another glass.
You've been meditating, Holloway? That's good, man.
Probably
Good
has been. That's
shit,
good.
bro.
I reckon Brad would
Yeah.
benefit from that. I don't know if I should be in the position to give advice, but I guess M16 is it M16 or Zexa? Sorry, I've completely
I
missed
think
that.
Zexa.
Zexa.
Yeah.
So drainage, how to deal with that. I guess just again give back to yourself. A lot of self-compassion. When I work with people who get drained very easily, it's usually in relationships, it's usually with jobs, because jobs are relationship based. All of them are, even though there's a work element to it. But let's be honest, if you just left yourself with the work element of a job, you'd actually be okay. It's the people that will probably smash you, whether it's rejection, whether it's pressure, whatever is going on. So whatever you can do to recharge your batteries, if it's through doing meditation like Holloway said, or if it's through engaging with hobbies like music or artistry, whatever it is for you, doing it in a way where you can feel like you're gaining a result, because drainage happens when you don't feel like you're going anywhere. You're just spending. It's like trading on a shit trade. Like you're just throwing money at it and it's not going up. That's the same thing with drainage. But to actually take a step back and be selfish for once as well, because you got to be selfish to learn how to love others as well. Even though it's a bit of a paradoxical way to look at it, but it's the truth, because you have to learn to love self before you love others.
So cliche, but it's fucking true, right?
You can't
it's the
do it.
most
I see it.
truest thing, right?
It's fucked. Like I've had so much shit happen for me being in a relationship now as well. Has brought up a lot of shit in myself that I forgot about and didn't know about. But like when you're drained, you have to either you don't want to be codependent on people. That's the one thing you got to look out for. If I go for validation, if I go for energy from the boys, my mom, my girlfriend, I'm going to be empty inside still. It's only going to give me a little bit of that dopamine high for a little bit, not long enough, because I'll be by myself at some point. Where I'm like, fuck.
That's
you
like,
know?
that's like my Bible, bro. I feel like
Yeah.
you just literally took a page out of
Yeah.
my...
Yeah.
That was
And
great advice. I like how you said I'm
Yeah.
not in a position to give advice, and you
Yeah.
give fucking
Well,
awesome advice.
I know, but
That's
still,
it.
like, a big part of my job is to work with the client. I'd rather they make the answers up just with me holding their hand.
you lead them in the right direction.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't like that word advice, but the truth is, I'm happy to give it, even though I shouldn't. But yeah, just find a way to refill your batteries. And sometimes it's the first step to do that. If you're in an environment which is consistently draining you faster than you can, say, for example, for me, I was in a job that was getting a bit better than me, draining than recharging. So I had to change my environment, because first it's environment, second thing's behavior, the first thing it's soul and mental. That's the last one you go to. So how do you recharge your batteries is the first question you have to ask yourself. Is it artistry? Expression's fantastic. We've got an artists here, and that's probably something that you guys use to cope and recharge your batteries, express oneself, get better at what you do for the soul. Support's another one. You need that. You need good people around you. You need good family. Yeah, those are the main two I would think you need to start having first. But if it's environmental, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes because money's involved with some of that stuff, but yeah.
Albert Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if your environment is toxic and you're around toxic people, you're not going to get better hanging around them. You know what I mean? You got to change that. And life is give and take in every facet. It's always give and take. So if you give more than you take, you're going to feel depleted. And the same thing with taking too much, you'll become an asshole. You know what I mean? Entitled, and you need to find balance in everything you do.
It's a sign of codependency too, man. If you're a giver, like rescuers, man, I reckon I would happily sit here and say 85% of my AOD clients are rescuers. Right, get in jail because they run up the ball for other people in these relationships where they want, especially the men, they want to rescue people who have just have their own issues that they have to deal with before you even bother going in there yourself. what is it like to self-love? Oh, I don't like that, Callum, because that's why I'm using. Okay, well, that's the main issue. You would rather kind of, again, sacrifice yourself saving someone else before even dealing with your own issues. That's codependency, and that's a massive projection.
Do you think they get more satisfaction for helping others because they know that they can't help themselves, so they're like, they want to give that tenfold to someone else? Because sometimes it is easier to help someone
100%.
else than it is to help yourself. Because when you help someone else, it's more of a it's an action, right? That's usually easier than the actions that it takes to deal with your own shit. Because to deal with your own shit, it's more mental than anything.
Yeah.
But if you're going to help someone, I don't know, in a burning building, you're a firefighter, you're physically helping them, fair enough. But helping yourself is like not just, I'm going to go for a run. Like, don't get me wrong, working out, doing shit is, but in terms of like getting deep within yourself, and like you said, you were saying, oh, you shouldn't give advice. You should give advice, but it's like, advice is like, the best advice is given, right? But so often you're like, oh, I struggle with that because that's the whole game. If it was so easy, people give incredible advice, but it's like, how often do we not take our own? Like, I'm guilty of it.
I'm the same, bro. Because you know the therapy, you know the therapy, you know the theory, you know the psych, you know all the shit. You can, do it well with another person, but you take yourself out. You take the accountability. You take and I'm talking from a male perspective because I'm a male, and you take the ego out of that as well. You take everything out of that for the other because you're being person-centered. You're not even a part of this for the client. It's just them. You can do that, but when you put you in there, there is nothing more raw than looking your fucking demons or your inner child, your inner child in the fucking face and going, holy shit.
Yeah, looking in that mirror, man. Yeah, man. That's shit. That's when that's when things get dark, bro.
Yeah, because Zector says, I can put my hand up and say it's definitely my behavior and my mindset.
Behavior's reaction, so slowing it down could be look. I when I work with my clients sometimes in a behavioral perspective, the first thing you got to do is kind of just slow it down, because if you're reacting is an action. Action's action. Reaction's reaction. Reaction's going like it's funny. I got a few clients who are boxers, MMA fighters, but they've been through so much trauma in the cage or in the field or whatever, and it relates back to what they've been through as children. Their brain's reactive based. The first step you got to do is just learn how to slow down. So again, when Brad talked about mindfulness practices, slow down, give the brain a moment to go into the prefrontal cortex. We're not like every other animal on the planet that doesn't have that fucking thinking part of the brain. They're all reactive as fucking primal. Use that, because we all have it. That doesn't go away unless you have missing, like you've got rebar through the fucking skull, that doesn't go away. Take a breath, slow it down. If it's the environment, remove yourself a little bit, take a breather, talk to your people, debrief. Debriefing is amazing. I did it and it helped me. So if it's behavior, slow it down first and then think.
I fuck with that, man, because I lost this year. I won't lie, I've lost touch with that spirituality, man. I've been trying to get back into it, but a big part of what helped me change so much and to have a better outlook on my life was slowing down, because I'm I know you are as well, Iggy, very quick, man. The mind is racing. You got a million things to do. You're in the shower, you're brushing your teeth like this, and then you're washing yourself like this, and you don't even realize you're in your head. But then when I started reading Eckhart Tolle and shit, and then I started like actually putting it into practice, my life changed so much just from meditating 10 minutes a day, yoga, reading, like slowing down made such a difference. Like you can hear things, like you hear the birds and you hear the fan in the background and you hear shit. You're like, wow,
you go through that process.
I'm alive right now. Like you feel that shit.
Acknowledgement of your present self stops you from going into your future self who doesn't even fucking exist, because that's anxiety and fear. That's where they live. Exactly. Live in the future, but the future isn't here. So come back.
It's a made-up construct.
It is.
The future or the past.
It is. And how do you stay in the present? You acknowledge nature. You acknowledge where you are right now. Like, say, for example, 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell. Simply grounding yourself keeps you here.
Makes a huge difference.
Makes a difference, bro.
Man, this is crazy too, because why I fuck with this so much is like we were talking off air, is that for me with my work, I'm trying to go to that next level. So I had a one-on-one Zoom call with my mentor yesterday. So shout out to you, bro. I'm definitely going to try tee up having him on maybe next year. But shout out to him. Like we were talking and like, even like about the trading and what I'm doing with business and stuff. Even he said, he was like, man, he goes, I didn't realize you were so like advanced at trading. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, does this guy just say that to every client or whatever? And he's like, no, he's like, bro, I didn't realize you were so like, he goes, fuck, you've only been doing this for 2 years. Like, holy fuck, like you full know your shit. He goes, you are just now battling yourself. He goes, once you get your mind set, you're going to be a dangerous dude. I was like, well, that's the fucking plan.
Yeah.
And he goes, look, man, he goes, and he just gave me a whole list of psychology books and meditation books and audios and podcasts and shit. And he goes, look, man, like obviously we spoke about the trading shit, obviously. Yeah. But then like the most of the Zoom call was psychology.
You're mental.
And that's what he said to me. He goes, man, like if I was trying to start learning how to trade 6 years ago, he goes, I would have scrapped everything and then just done psychology stuff. Just psychology stuff. And I was like, fuck, it's really that important. So I've started journaling now. I've got a journal every day.
I like that you said that to me the other day. I think journaling is fantastic.
Oh, bro, that was another big difference.
I journal my thoughts. I look at my trades, whether it's a win or a loss. I write down. I got a screenshot of the trade. Okay, I felt like this. Today I was tired. Today I was this. Today I was happy. Today I listened to this podcast. And I'm just journaling. Just journaling.
How do you feel after you do an entry?
I feel like calm.
There you go.
Like I feel calm. Like it's I don't know. It's such a double-edged sword because like at the start it's like you get fed all the bullshit. It's like you got to learn how to like go do all these technicals and support and resistance, supply, demand, fucking Fibonacci's, all this fucking retracements, and then you realize you go, bro, if I just get this on point, that like my mentor, he only trades like 2 hours a day, and this guy is making fucking more money than the four of us could put together. Literally. 2 hours a day. But what's he doing leading up to the session? Gym, walking the dogs, hanging out with the missus, visiting family, going on coffee runs, fucking going for walks on the beach. And that's what he said to me. He goes, you need to stimulate your brain before you get to work. So for me, work is chart time. You need to have those brain juices and dopamine flowing with good, healthy stuff. Now, you need to find what that is for you. Yeah. Whether it's fishing, whether it's making music, whether it's visiting family. You know, I've got fucking family in every direction 2 minutes from me. We all live in St. Clair.
That's mad.
So I want to take some advice, my own advice, and start visiting motherfuckers on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and just fucking hanging out for an hour. You know what I mean? But it's just things like that kind of, and you don't realize as a man, we don't get taught this.
You don't.
We don't get taught any of this. It's just, go to work. You got to work 80 hours a week and you're a fucking mad cunt. You're a man. Like, the only people that remember how much you worked in your life are your fucking kids and your partner.
That's deep.
That's so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, everyone thinks they're cool working 80 hours a week and making $2,000 a week. Yeah, mad cunt. Your fucking kids don't see you. Your fucking wife hates you. You hate your wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't get taught any of this, though.
It's the new, like, again, that stoic kind of masculine role in our gender is being massively moved about right now. That's the words I'm going to use. I'm not going to say it's going to get abolished because there's certain things in masculinity that are very good, but there's certain parts of it that are very toxic. Again, with the movement of modern
feminism.
There you go. Thank you. Because I'm fucking not going to be able to say that word today. With modern feminism right now, it's good for us men. And we need it because a lot of us, like, even especially when I work with older blokes, that stoicness, that old kind of gender principles really still hold strong. And like I said to you before, when I had one of my really high profile clients who's been through a lot of stuff, you know, when I originally walked in there with grief and loss stuff, I thought he was going to talk about his partner. Nah, bro, he talked about his little girl.
Of course.
And that's the thing. That's the moment he changed. That's the moment he stopped doing all this shit, and he knew what he wanted to do and what he missed. But if he maintained that again, I'm a monster kind of mindset, because you do that in jail because I have to. He wouldn't have been able to do that, but he gave himself the space, and you got to do that. It's again getting close to your authentic self. You know what? Let me really quickly have. I'll find it later. But you would know who I'm talking about. There's a psychologist, psychiatrist, there's a doctor actually as well, and he's a survivor of World War II. He was a child at World War II, and I can't remember if he's Jewish or not, but he escaped the camps and stuff like that with the Germans, with his family, and he talks.
So he was definitely Jew.
They still locked up. They locked up like Christians and everyone as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mostly it was the Jews, but because Hitler had a thing against Jews. But one of my old school teachers, my old religion school teacher, she was a Catholic. I want to say Swedish. I don't know, something in Europe, some country. But when Germany invaded, she was a little girl jumping through because they locked them up as well in the camps.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it's not just the Jews that got locked up. But he was a survivor too, and he goes and speaks about how when he interacts with people in palliative care, which if you don't know what palliative care is when people are dying. So people work with them sometimes, and the one regret they all have is I wanted to be closer to my authentic self. I never have been, and a lot of them are men. Why? Because we have this fucking gender role. It's like, hey, you got to be the machine. You got to be the cunt that does this, X, Y, and Z.
Tough guy.
Yeah. Truth is, you're human too, brother. You have fucking the same makeup as everyone else. And the truth is, women are from Venus, men are from Mars, but we're still emotional beings. That's what we both share. So yeah,
doesn't matter how tough you think you are, you can't change your human anatomy, my friend. And we're all the same deep down.
Yeah.
I got a book for you, man. A book. My missus for my birthday got me the 50-cent book I was talking about. Hustle Harder,
Did you read it?
Smarter. I've started reading it. It's fucking. You'll love it. You would love it. It's actually so.
You know what you need to fucking read. We'll do a swapsies.
Yeah. What?
You need to read Trading in the Zone.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
How are those trading books, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's like I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and I only feel like now I'm learning how to do it properly. That's what's fucked. This fucking book, bro, this guy, I don't know what fucking drugs this guy was on, but this guy is like fucking talking to my brain. This guy is so Mark Douglas, right? Those of you who don't know who Mark Douglas is, he was a psychologist for hedge fund managers.
Holy shit.
These are blokes who are blowing billions with a B. That's how much money these guys are losing or making, right? Can you imagine losing $1 billion?
Yeah, but if you're losing $1 billion, it's not the end. It's not pack up time for you. If you're losing $1 billion,
no. Well, that's the thing. That's the surprising
you got
part.
enough money.
No, but that's the thing. A lot of them, right? It's a lot of money to the point where it makes them fucking tick out.
Well, $1 billion.
They paz out. So they go to him.
Yeah.
And he wrote this book, and he's basically, this book is for blokes like me. You know how to trade, but you're kind of at that next level and you're trying to overcome yourself.
Yeah.
And the advice, so he had this very great fucking analogy where he explained the situation between like a toddler, right? That toddler has a very bad experience with a dog when it's a toddler, right? The dog attacked the toddler, right? So for the rest of that toddler's life, it's fearful of dogs, even though every dog afterwards it meets is friendly. It's the same thing when you're in the markets. You can't be fearing the next trade or the next thing you encounter, the dog, from the past kind of thing. And it sounds so simple and silly, but when he explained it like that, I was like, okay, fuck. And it's just, he's got heaps of little analogies like that. And I was like, man, this guy is fucking like, he's really just simplifing everying.
Just think about it. You're traumatizing yourself. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
you are kind of traumatizing yourself.
Yeah, you traumatize yourself and then going, holy shit, 2Ks on the line, whatever the fuck it is, or billions of dollars on the line. Yeah, nah, because that's not going to feed my kids some shit. That's what your brain goes. And when you have trauma happen to you, whether it's self-inflicted or environmentally inflicted or relationship inflicted, changes your brain. Your circuits in your brain, the neurons in your brain, the circuits in your brain do quicker things. They do the jumps. I call them the jumps because they don't want you to think. They want you to go, if you see the yellow car that you got abducted in and you see a yellow fucking van, it's not a yellow car, do the jump first before you even bother fucking trying to figure out that's that cunt trying to come and get you. That's what trauma is. It makes you go warm. Warm makes you have all the feelings again, so you can be safe. That's how the brain works because we unfortunately have front part, which is the new part, and the back part, which is the shit old part. Well, not shit, but it keeps us alive. Primal part. And that stuff gets fucked up with this stuff and it goes all around and it's new. Yeah. Welcome to humanity.
That's fucking wild, man. But because Zach, shout out to M16. He's in the chat, bro. What's going on, baby? How are you? Zexa says, because apparently Shako sent him a message saying, we feel like too much is expected, and we're spending too much time on social media, and we need to build healthy habits. Well, that's that's what it's about. Like I said, something as simple as visiting family, like walk your dogs, like fuck, anything that stimulates you. And everyone's different. Like whether it's the gym, whether it's
Golf.
making music, golf, fishing, fucking gaming,
Jerking off in the condoms.
jerking off into jerking off into fucking
whatever.
into People magazine,
Yeah.
man. So this brings me back to my first point that I said. So I did ask the crowd, the fans, are you happy with your 2023? Which is what we can touch on because you were fucking saying some good points there. 55% said yes, 0% for no, which is good. But we had 27% for could have done more and 18% for I done too much.
Oh, I've done too much is interesting.
DZ.
That burnout.
Unless you're Elon Musk, you're not doing too much.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a great year this year. Like I had money problems, and I hate to say it because like I'm the type, and we've spoke about it ad nauseum on the show, man. Like I'm the type that will always pick life over money. I always value my time more than money. But when I have been the brokest I've ever been in my life, literally check to check. My missus and I, my daughter, haven't done anything in ages. We haven't gone out to eat. We haven't gone out because we can't afford it. Rose, who doesn't work, has been supporting the majority of our family because when I was working part-time, I was getting paid not enough to pay the bills. I had just under enough to pay the bills every week from what I was getting paid.
Wow.
And as much as you want to say like, you know, and like it takes a toll, man. It really does take a toll. And I was trading and I was doing so good for a period.
You were doing fucking better than me at one point.
But as soon as I made a trading mistake, I lost it. And it went downhill. And now I haven't traded since. I haven't traded in months because I don't have the money. I don't have enough money. So I was like, fuck, okay, I'm going to forget about the trading for a minute. I'll still be in the loop and talk to this guy, watch videos or whatever, but I'm not going to do anything until I get an income. So that's when I started having problems. And then I changed my job now. It's good. But the whole year has just been like, it's been tough, man. And I'm happy, like overall, like I love my life and I'm happy. But like there's just more things that it's a shame that money is such a factor in things because I want to move out into our own place. Can't do it without money. We want to go out and do stuff, and what do? We go to parks, we do things for free, but you can only do that so much, you know what I mean? Things that don't cost money. Everything costs money. Everything costs money. We want to take our daughter to bloody, you know, lollipops, playlands, those fucking things, and like go out to eat and shit. It costs money. Money. And it's like, fuck, man. So I was like, you know, I got to make a sacrifice here. I'm willing to work, do full-time hours and everything just to build up a little bit, get back on my feet. And that's really what I'm doing, getting back on my feet. And I feel good now. And I am happy and I'm thankful for my family and my partner who's been such a rock, you know, that's during amazing, all this. Man. And, you know, I'm very grateful to have her. But, like, I feel good now that I got the job and I can finally, you know, get back on my feet and get the ball rolling. And it's perfect timing too because we're just coming into the end of this year and I feel like next year I got such a good foundation to have an awesome year. The music as well, in spite of all that, the music, in terms of music, it's been great. 2023 has been great for our music and the podcast. So that's been awesome. And I'm very grateful for that, man. Iggy, you've been killing it. We've been killing it with the YouTube and we've tried so many new things. We've added the new setup, the backgrounds, the podcast numbers go up, the music numbers go up. And I'm so thankful for that because no matter how tough things get, like we said, we're still going to do this, man. It's what we want to do. We love doing it. You guys love it. And I'm grateful for that. And I feel like next year especially, because at the end of the year, I haven't been doing anything with music. We've been pretty quiet. And it's still going up. It's still going up. So I feel like next year, we got the album in the works. We got that rock thing we want to do in the works. We got a lot of stuff that I feel like is really going to get this momentum going, man. So I'm thankful. Got the new job. I got time. I got everything. So yeah, it's been a tough year, but I'm getting there, man. And I've just kept my head on straight. Thankful for everybody. Thankful for my friends, the fans. How'd you guys go, man? How was your year? Same, better, worse?
Very similar to you, bro.
It's tough, man. I feel like it was tough for everyone.
Yeah, it was not a good year for me. Like I said, money-wise, I was all right, but fucking mental health-wise and health-wise in general as well, like that just took a drop for me. And just coming back from that has taken everything. Very privileged and, you know, very happy that I'm in a new relationship now too, which is awesome. But Yeah, for myself though.
How fresh is that, by the way?
I'm really hoping she's not watching this right now.
Say the right answer.
6 months officially, but since March. So
I met her at your birthday.
You met her at my birthday.
She's a
yes.
lovely girl.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Cool.
Yeah,
girl.
no, it's awesome. She's awesome. She's a awesome support, and I needed.
How good's that feeling when it's like, don't get me wrong, it like, I'm not saying the relationship goes after, but I'm just saying that. No, but like that first like
puppy
few
stage.
months where you're giddy as and your thumbs are
puppy
sore
stage.
because you're like
Honeymoon
you're texting
phase.
and you're like fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Joey K, what about you, man?
Yeah.
Your year. Could you have done? Is anything you could have done better?
Yeah,
that you-
not get busted on my phone and lose my license.
Oh,
So that honestly, bro, you guys, you've heard it non-stop, right? Every fucking week I'll say something about not having my license. But it's honestly that happened in April. That kind of set the tone. I was going mad.
For the rest of the year.
Last year was the best year I've had money-wise in terms of...
Last year was awesome.
In terms of money-wise and especially my own thing, I had my own thing going and going better. My tax accountant was like, yo, you're going better than... Because we set a goal of how much I would want to make. I exceeded that goal and I was like, fuck yeah, like, man.
Yeah, that's good.
But then April hit and I was like, you know what? I had to accept. It took me a while to accept it. Even months after I lost it, I was like, nah, I can still make this much money, blah, blah, blah. But I was in denial, you know, because I couldn't believe what was happening. But I just tried to persevere and just try to... It did go fast but slow at the same time. But I noticed it was going faster when I was trying to implement a focus on the positives. That had nothing to do with my license. Like when I was trying to focus on the positives, which was hard when you're on a fucking train at 4:30 in the morning. But like I tried to just look at the positives. But yeah, that just took a massive hit for me business wise and money wise. But you know, it makes me. I know it's cliche as, but like you don't know how much that shit means when until it's gone. Like driving. People be in traffic, and like you said, you're on traffic, and you're like, "Fuck this." But I tell you what's worse:
On the
sometimes
train?
on the train.
Yeah, the train sucks. I'll never catch train again.
Yeah, well, people that don't catch trains will tell you, "Oh, but you don't get traffic, and you can you can read a book, and you can." No, yeah, okay,
It's fucking just as congested. It's just as clustered.
yeah, but maybe that's okay just to and from work. Say if you work in the city, and you're like, "Hey, I don't want to pay tolls," but if you can't drive, period. I had to walk to the party shop to get this from the station in the fucking heat. I had to walk to get
fucked.
like
Train's hot
everywhere,
too,
bro. I'm
yeah.
going for and then so now, man, it's really like the bar for happiness for me is set so low because of this here that the only way is literally
Totally up for me, baby.
I'm at rock bottom with an empty condom film. Just like, woo, 2024, baby.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I'm very hopeful, like, because even this time of year, the recharge time, because personally, mid-December to mid-January is my favorite time of the year.
Oh,
Yeah, I
bro.
love it.
Favorite time
It's
of
that
the year.
awkward time of the year where you don't even know what day it is. You're just doing whatever. You're chilling. I love it.
And
I
you
love
know
it.
the whole world's
I
in the
love
same
Christmas.
boat.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Yep.
I'll go back pretty early though because I've just started that company. I'll have much leave. But I break away on the 22nd is my last day. So next Friday.
Next Friday.
And then my first day back is the 4th. So it's not that bad.
2
but
weeks or?
Yeah, it's a roundabout.
Yeah, good feelings about next year. What about you, Friendly Fire? How was your 2023?
Man, fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie, man.
At least one of us, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, man. But the first half of the year was real rough, only because of the work side, the road works. You guys would have heard it 100 times in FireCast, man. God damn, like, bro.
Ever since you left though, you've been never been happy.
glowing.
Mate,
Bro.
I feel like I'm a different dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I didn't realize. I reckon, is there some type of thing called like? Is there like some type of like high functioning like depression or something? I reckon I had
Oh, you
that.
fucking is.
Well, there's
Like, like kind of like
Like a high functional alcoholic. You can still work and do all the things and operate, but you've still got a problem there.
Yeah, is there something like that,
there's
or
a massive element of resilience? Doesn't mean you're not depressed.
maybe I wasn't depressed, but like I was fucked. Like I was fucked. Like I literally, and it took so long for me to realize how unhappy I was inside. But because what was happening was like I said to Cal off air, bro, I was fucking finishing work at 8:30 at night, coming home, eating a cold dinner, not talking to my missus, not seeing my dogs, any family members, and I'd be just jumping straight onto the computer and I'd be trading.
Yeah.
Trading, bro. I was falling asleep at the fucking desk, bro. I was going to work fucked. eyes on, like fucking bags under my eyes, fucking not talking to anyone at work. I'd be grumpy as fuck. Like I was fucked. I was literally sacrificing myself to learn this shit, bro. And I feel like now it's finally fucking, it's paid.
This is your best year by far.
Bro,
Since I've known you, I think this is your best year by far.
I'm telling you, man, like, and people, you need to fucking find something and just go, you got to go all out.
Everyone says that. Everyone successful says the same story.
Because it's not bullshit. It's not, it sounds so cringe and corny, but it's
Yeah, you sound like Dwayne The Rock Johnson right now.
Bro, it's legit.
He's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
This shit, bro, this is legit. I'm doing it. It's legit. It is legit. I'm telling you, by the end of next year, when we're sitting in this podcast and I'm a fucking millionaire with the Lambo in the back of the fucking camera, you're all going to be going, fuck, that guy wasn't talking shit or he's not crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally going to be a millionaire by 30. It's inevitable.
Fucking earth,
It's
man.
inevitable. Like, the universe has set my path. I've chosen the path. I've stuck to the path. I've been given the test. This is the path.
Yeah.
By 31 latest, I will be a fucking millionaire. It's just, that's what's going to happen.
Cue that song where it's like, I want to be a millionaire.
No, literally, bro. Like, I can see it. I can see it, bro. Like,
I see it too for you.
It's what's going to happen.
And I'll tell you what it is with you. It's that crazy belief, because we said this before in an early as podcast when I first came on, when I was just like, you're like, when I'm rich. And I'm like, bro, this motherfucker is so sure of himself.
Mate.
And it's like,
But you got to do that.
you got to do that, but it's like, it's almost like at the
Manifestation.
start, no one believes it because it's not there. But when I
like,
see the steps you're making, and it's just like, it didn't take long for me to realize that you were walking the walk as well. You know what I mean? So it was good.
Nothing's real till you make it real.
Yeah.
Bro, self-belief is the biggest tool you need above anything else, bro. And that is 100% legit. Like, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is you're trying to do. Whether it's you want to fucking lose 10 pounds, you want to put on 10 pounds, you want to fucking get into fucking skiing or ice hockey. If you really enjoy it and that's what you want to do, you got to fucking go all out and you've got to believe in yourself. I'm going to fucking kill this shit and I'm going to be the fucking best. And if you don't have that, bro, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be the one flipping the burgers and polishing my car, unfortunately. Someone's got to flip the burgers, right?
Yeah.
Not all of us can be successful. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But if you want to be successful at anything, bro, it's not cap, bro. I'm telling you right now, like, it's not fucking bullshit. And I'm reading all these books and shit, and it's just, the thing is that the books are telling you things you already know as well.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. It's not, there's no secret. There's no magical fucking, like, that's what Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Mark Wahlberg are doing there.
That's what they're doing.
No, it's just, you need to be told
In a certain way.
simple things in a certain way that make you go, that's right.
Yeah.
You got to have that, that's right.
Yeah.
Not the
aha moment.
Not the I know, or not the it's the that's right.
Yeah.
And then you just got to keep going, bro. I'm telling you, we've been doing but you know what I was thinking was spinning me out as well? I was thinking in the car the other day when I was driving somewhere. I'm going on, this is my 8th year of doing what we're doing. Music, podcast, fucking YouTube videos. Obviously the music's first. I started making music on YouTube in 2015, bro. And then it's not an overnight thing. People go, oh, what the hell? Like, no, it takes 10 years to become an overnight fucking success,
man.
bro. You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard Chris Webby say that, man, and that stuck with me. 10 years to become an overnight success. My first song was in 2017.
Yep.
The Reaper's coming. What was that? The Reaper's coming. One of those old deleted songs, man. And since then, it's just been it's that spark, man. It's that fire in us, man. And as much as I love the music, I love the podcast. Like, you know what I mean? And everything we do, we're just born to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's that thing. And we're going after it. We haven't stopped. Been doing it for 7 years and we're not going to fucking stop. Whether we're getting paid for it or not is what we love to do. And it's just, it feels incredible to see the traction we've made, and even bringing Joey on board and the moves we've made, you know, having Callan on, being able to bring guests and people who want to come on our show. And I get people asking me all the time they want to come on FireCast. And I go, look, bro, ask Friendly Fire. We go on his schedule, bro, whenever he's free. But like, people ask me all the time. People talk about my music. People feature me on their songs. Shout out Personal Space. Our song came out today.
Shout out to
There's
you.
something new.
what's it
remix.
called?
Something new.
Shout
the
out to
remix.
Verse, shout out to DZ,
Shout out Verse,
Ray Guns, was it? Yeah.
Ray Guns, and Personal Space. Put me on the end. You know, and
Ooh, nice.
yeah, I got the
That's got to show that respect,
got the
bro.
outro verse, man.
you know when you're last on the beat. Oh, but sometimes
Like Eminem always used to go last day on every feature.
Sometimes
It
the heavy
depends,
hitters go at the front,
start, yeah.
which personally I like waiting for the.
Yeah.
Because have you ever heard a track? I'm not saying like Personal Space. Does he rap?
Yeah, he's got the.
I'm
second
not
last
saying
one.
they're trash. But I'm just saying in general. Have you ever heard? We listened to that cypher with those rappers. Who was it? G-Eazy was on this song, and G-Eazy was at the start, right?
West Coast
and
by
G-Eazy, we were saying G-Eazy, he's not technically the best rapper, nowhere near. But the way he projects his voice, like he's like very cool and smooth, like his voice, so it sounds cool, right? But he was pretty good, and the rest were complete dog shit. Like people were in the comments going, "Did he get sent the wrong beat or something?" 'Cause he wasn't even on beat. And then so for the rest of the song, we were just laughing for the rest of the song.
If you don't know, look up West Coast by G-Eazy. It's West Coast. It's got G-Eazy, Blueface, YG,
Blueface, baby.
and
Aight.
what's that cunt's name? Fuck, All Black,
All
All
Black.
Black, YG, Blueface, and G-Eazy. Look it up. You'll pick.
That's a recipe for disaster.
It's an awesome beat. And what makes me laugh
Yeah,
is
it could have been good.
it's G-Eazy's song, and what makes me laugh is I'm just thinking of like when he received the audio files of like he would have been
Yeah,
like,
because in that regard, right? What does G-Eazy do? Let's just say because he would have been the one that would have uploaded it, right? Maybe not directly, but he was the one that was given it the all clear. What if G-Eazy was like,
I can't do
it's
this.
like it's like getting gifted a shit Christmas present, and you got to open it, and you're like,
I gotta get this back, man.
you're like, thank you.
Yay.
yeah,
Oh my
Holloway
God.
knows what I'm talking about. He's in the chat. He's saying, where's, because that's what YG does at the start of his verse. That's how he starts. He goes, where's.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Holloway,
right.
me and Holloway used to laugh about that, man. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's fucked up. Could you fucking do a freestyle right now off the cuff?
I could try. Fuck, I haven't freestyled in a long
can you do it after I come back from the
long time. In a long time.
Well, I've got a beat.
If you want, we
give
could
me
try it.
I've got a
bro.
beat.
Fuck, yeah.
Why not, huh?
All right,
2 seconds.
We could
So,
try
everyone,
it.
hold on. We're having a break here. We're going to see if DZ could do a fucking freestyle. Shout out to Zexa for giving the idea. So
Did he
I
actually do it? My phone's not working, so I
I
don't know.
cooked up something real quick.
Oh!
That's why go toilet, and
Fuck, I'm going to be dog shit.
have an intermission here, my boys. Intermission.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck anyway, but especially off the drink.
It's freestyle, bro.
Yeah. Freestyle.
Oh, I don't even know if I remember how to rap.
And like any live show, you're gonna hear everything else, the track they're playing, over everything else. You know what I mean? So if you don't know the words, it's hard to make out what they're saying 100%.
But if you know the song,
If you know the
then
song,
you can
you know.
fill in the fill
you
in
know.
what the,
Yeah.
Where's your cup, Dylan?
It's on the floor here.
Oh, okay. Sure, it's a good idea.
It's empty.
Yeah, but you're gonna break it
No,
or like
no,
slip and hurt yourself or something.
No, it's in the
All
corner.
right, so we're gonna try. Do you want to hear the beat first?
Yeah, I might not even be fucking. Yeah, let's just see.
It might be at the-
do you know the last time I freestyled would have been fucking over 4 years ago?
All right, it's a 145 BPM. It's like a.
I'm 45 is hard to play the fucking.
I made a drill beat because it made me think of Joe. Oh please.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it. That is cool.
Bro, you just quickly whip this up.
Turn it down.
No more?
Yeah. Turn that right down. Yeah.
That sounds
Fuck, that might be too fast for me to try
maybe.
freestyle.
But I can start
When I'm drunk.
I might have to start it again.
Yeah, we'll start it again. I'm just listening. I'm feeling
Yeah,
it out,
yeah, yeah.
seeing what I can do.
This is artistry, bro.
All right, fuck it. Let's try it. Right.
You can try
It's gonna be dog shit, but that's all right.
Put it this way, it's better than what any one of us here at this table could do.
If it's too shit, everyone in the live, you might be this. We could cut this out the fucking actual episode. All right, so
Yeah, so this is just for the live.
If I fucking
trip over. We'll see. I haven't freestyled in a very long time. Keep in mind, okay?
There's no judgment here, DZ. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
I know.
Let's go.
Yeah. Check. Bitch, I'm a monster. Always been a problem. Ain't nobody gonna ever try stopping. Bitch, I'm a take over Gotham. Yeah. Let me get it back when I got the. Fuck, it's hard. I'm trying to catch the flow. Yeah. Fuck, nah. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Yeah. Try it again. Play it again.
One more time.
I want to try if I can. I'm gonna try see if I have a written to get the flow. I need to get the flow. That's a hard thing to flow on.
It's fast.
Yeah, might be too fast. Ain't nobody better, the veteran getting better than the head of them, killing you chumps. You like medicine, DZ like a Viking, a frightening sight that we might bring. Never fighting when I hop on the mic and I kill them all day. Everybody know that I never do play. When I come through, I leave them all dead in the grave. Yeah, bitch, I'm a problem, bitch, I'm a monster. When I come through, I take over Gotham. Hear my bombs dropping. Everybody knows that my pants always be dropping down to the floor cause I sag them. Everybody knows that I got them bags, I toe tag them. Yeah, you know I ain't average. Hop up on the track like that. Everybody knows that I do it like that. Got that Mac and I put you on your back. Everybody knows that I never will slack. Up on the beat, up on the shit. Everybody knows that it's me, DZ, 2 letters. And I come through, I'm better. Everybody knows these ticks get wetter. When I hop up on the mic, I keep that hot like a sweater.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
See, yeah, I had to get the flow first.
Bro, that was beautiful. That was fucking
That's
artistry.
fine. I miss
Holy
freestyling,
shit.
man. I
Can't.
miss freestyling.
my god, that was fucking sick.
Yeah, I miss freestyling.
Brother
See,
and
that
Christ.
shit when I was growing up, bro, and I know I've said on the podcast before, but I used to be in love with rap battles, but with no music. So I used to really love just people coming up with shit off the cuff. And then even like Sway in the morning and anyone
they're
that
the
gets
best.
in, bro.
They're the best.
But like, obviously with freestyle, it's hard to when I was younger, I used to think freestyle meant they literally came not prepared whatsoever, and they just went. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them do that, and they'll have moments where they do that. But like, a lot of the time, you have so many bars that are going around in your head. It's kind of probably like I could imagine it's like a fucking thesaurus of just like words that you're picking up to try and get that beat. But that beat was a lot of the time freestyle's slower than that. You know what I mean?
That was hard.
But I'm telling you, bro, please, can we?
hell?
Would be
Someone
if
clip
you
it
had
before he
time,
deletes
right,
it. Clip
if
it.
you had time, that's a crazy
great
beat to
thing.
be on for you to make a full track on.
Oh my
Well,
Yeah, I'll be down to do a song on that beat. But like,
It needs to be an aggressive track.
a
though.
lot of people don't understand in the hip hop community is they think a freestyle means off the dome. It doesn't.
No.
It is very, very rare that a rapper will go on one of those shows and
prepared,
freestyle
yeah.
off the dome. It's always written, and that's okay. That's not what a freestyle doesn't mean off the dome. A freestyle means free of style. No hook. You're not rapping about any certain topic. You're just freestyling bars.
Wow.
But then if you freestyle off the dome, like Juice WRLD used to do it a lot, Eminem's done it in the past. You know, people do it, but like it's very rare they'll ever go on one of those shows and it's a freestyle.
Because Sway expects you to like come prepared. Because imagine how cut Sway would get
If you can't
some
do it,
guy's
yeah,
like,
I can't do it.
you know what I mean? So, but that was like that shit. Like I said, you probably
fucking sick.
But it's like that start, how I started, Ain't Nobody Better the Veteran. That's from my track Monster.
Yeah.
and that's my go-to when I get a chopper beat. When I get a chopper beat, my go-to is Ain't Nobody Better the Veteran because that's very easy to slip off the tongue.
Nobody better
Right,
than
so
veteran.
that's how I started, and then once I forgot my words because I don't know that full verse, I just start, and then I started freestyling. But I already had the flow,
Bro.
so I could fit in the, better sweater, cheddar,
Can we just take into account the fact that I don't know about you because I looked at you straight away. So obviously, you're more like when you started, right? Obviously, the first one was slower. Then you just went kaboom.
Yeah.
It flipped the switch in my mind.
That's a
It flipped the-
clip.
yeah, it
That's
just-
a
it just
fucking-
went
that's a
bam.
clip. That's
I
a
looked-
clip.
My mouth dropped. His mouth dropped.
Like-
Your mouth dropped. Everyone was like, whoa.
that motherfucker got me put the beard back.
This guy was fucking holy shit.
Yeah, I was trying to get I was on cookies. I'm like,
Because
what?
it went from like it was going up, and then it just went.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting.
beautiful.
I wasn't expecting you to go for that long because I was
same.
like, that beat is very like, yeah, it's up tempo.
Yeah.
Like compared to what I'm used to people like
Holy
rapping on.
crap.
That was beautiful, man.
Well, the reason I made that because Zexa said the idea, and then I remembered that you were at Emma Honcho, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do some fucking drill because I can do that real quick.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Holloway sent a beat, right? He says freestyle over this immediately, but we'll listen to the beat, right? How do I?
Holloway's got good.
He's got
beats.
some
Holloway's
He's got
very,
good
Holloway's
beats,
very,
man.
very good.
Holloway, bro, what's the go?
Let's
Just
see.
stay active with fucking releasing music, bro. These guys tell me you got heaps in the chamber.
Yeah, he's sitting on a lot.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I know
They'll come out.
he's got a voice on him, bro.
He'll drop
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Oh, this is 90s boom bap? What the hell?
Oh, yeah. See, this is some freestyle shit. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. This is some Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This is freestyle.
Yeah, who you know with a swagger like me on the scene? 2 letters in your brain and you know it's DZ. When I pop off, you know I do it so easily. And these girls come around like I'm Snoop D-O double DZ. Yeah, when I do it for the easy. Everybody knows that I'm killing it for cheesy. It's easy, smoking up that green next to easy. Everybody knows what I do it when I'm with Iggy. Yeah, up on the track, we mix it like that and I hit it right back. Yeah, yeah. Bitch, I'm a goblin, always been a problem. And I got these pockets, and you know I solve all these problems. If you got a problem, then it's on. Come to me, and I'm getting in my zone. When I'm puffing on that green, and I'm hitting to the dome. Everybody knows that I'm coming for the throne. Sitting on it, I'm the king of this rap shit. Everybody knows that I go so spastic. Up on the track, and I hit you like that. And I come through like a 7-8 Mac. Yeah. Cruising down your street with the windows up and the smoke coming out of the side in the trunk. Yeah. Got a couple people in it. All of these people to the club. Yeah, we coming. Hold up. Yeah. Hang on. I'm trying to think of some creative.
Let's go. Come on, keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Ain't nobody do it like I. Flying through the sky like a fucking S-45. I don't really know what kind of plane that is, but it is one for yeah. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Yeah. Fuck, that's a dope beat, man.
God damn it, man.
Let's try one more time. Play it from the start again. I want to try to do something. I'm trying to be funny and creative, but I'm not.
Bro.
Let's see if I can just.
Oh yeah, I like how you said that. Everyone thinks that I'm Snoop D-O double GZ because you say DZ. Oh.
Trying to think of some new rhyme schemes too, because when you freestyle, it's very easy to do E's and shit like that. So I'm trying to.
Oh no, I'm all good, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Biting on the track like a fucking alligator. Coming through with a red lightsaber like I'm Darth Vader. Ain't nobody gonna save ya. And I got your chick on her knees and she saying please DZ, don't you stop when I come up on the beat. And I do it so nicely. Yeah, they know me. Stacking my cheese and I'm puffing on that green. And I do it for free.
Hey.
I'm losing it.
Hey, DZ, motherfucker. Hey, shout out to Holloway with that beat.
Yeah, bro. What
Shout
the
out
fuck?
to fucking
when you know
DZ, bro.
if I smoke, if you guys thought that was good, or if I smoke, you will be blown away.
One day, DZ. One day, right?
Bro, I'm
if we're gonna
telling
have a hit of a joint one time, right, on this podcast, whenever it may be, it might even be 50 fucking episodes from now.
Yeah.
But let's reconvene. Holloway, I want another fucking slow freestyle
Yeah,
beat like
that
that,
beat is
or
hard,
anyone
man.
else that knows how to mix and master or make beats, whatever the fuck you got to do to get a beat on this, bro.
Doing
And
so well, Brad.
It's just because freestyling, man, you lose it. Like I haven't done it in a
Yeah.
lot. I got no one to freestyle with, but it's the most fun.
Yeah, fuck.
At
It's
least
the
you have
most fun,
at least
bro.
you have a catalog up there though, because so many songs you've released. It's like surely your vocabulary is more vast than some of the lame.
I think just being rapping so much anyway, you get a natural proficiency. But like that's dog shit. Like if you guys heard, I just wish you guys could see, because it's when you hear someone say it, you're like yeah whatever. But like I wish you guys could see when me and Jerry used to get together.
Oh yeah, I see. I got to witness that once, man. God,
we will be playing 4-minute instrumentals. We put on like Skepta, like fucking, instrumental. Shut Down by Skepta was one of my go-to freestyle beats.
That's fast.
We put that on, yeah, but like that grime tempo, I used to fucking, and bro, we will put 4-minute instrumentals on. I'm going for 2 minutes, and then he comes in straight off me, 2 minutes, and then we put the next beat on. It's like, we did that all night. We smoke weed and we rap all night. We just rap, and it's so fun, man. And the shit we would say is unbelievable, like the flow. We wouldn't fuck up once. Like, see how I was fucking up? Yeah. We wouldn't fuck up nothing. Like, if I smoke, I'm perfect. Yeah. It's perfect. Like, it's awesome. Crazy. And ask anyone who raps. Anyone who raps will tell you the same thing. If they smoke weed, it makes you so much better. It's crazy.
But you have to, I believe that if you smoked weed and you weren't a great rapper, probably not the best, but if you already had the skills, right, and you kind of know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have more tools to use. I feel like then you can be more creative with it. But weed isn't the best for me, and for a lot of other people. When you're learning something, I wouldn't necessarily recommend weed when you're trying to learn shit.
No, definitely not.
Because it's in one ear, out the other, because it's like foreign. But you're just having fun with it. Like, because that was so easy for you to do. Like, you didn't even know you were doing that until Iggy sprung it on you. I know Zexa mentioned it in the other podcast, but I wasn't expecting the freestyle. Yeah.
That's fun. When you know your ability, like, I know what I used to do, and it's like, I wouldn't fuck up once.
And other freestyle rappers, if they're watching this and they get their reps in, they're probably like, oh, that wasn't that good. But it's like, bro, you haven't been freestyling for how long? It's
bro, have you heard Smoke Perp's freestyle on fucking in Westwood?
Yeah, so bad.
Is it trash?
Oh, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. It's so funny, but like, yeah, man.
But but the thing is though, he's not a real good rapper either.
That's the thing.
But you're a good rapper, so therefore, if you're a good rapper, you have better chance at hitting the freestyle.
I'll tell you what doesn't work for freestyling. The drink. The drink makes it. If I have a sip of alcohol, my like you just, so that makes it tougher.
Holloway says, "You ever see me fighting in the woods with a grizzly bear? Help the bear."
That's fucking Miracle. What's his name?
He says, "I've witnessed these joint freestyles. I want to see the joint freestyle from Zexa." Yeah, Cold Hard Cash in the chat says, "Good evening, fellas. Welcome to the stream, welcome, my brother." Thank you for joining in, man. You just fucking, I don't know if you just caught that freestyle, man, but that shit was fucking sick, man. So I think I've got a speak pipe.
Hey.
Let's see what we got. Once again, no one listens to Friendly Fire when I ask for speak pipes and shit.
Why? Why
it's
is
a
that
meme.
so?
It's a meme. It's a meme. It's become a meme. Like, no one gives a fuck about what I say.
But we don't get speak pipes though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that on the Discord?
Oh, I've also got Discord questions. Yeah, we've only got one speak pipe. Yeah, fuck you, cunts, man. I give up. No more FireCast next year. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
It's over.
It's over. Here we go. Speak pipe. So I've got to get rid of that. Yep. What have we got?
I feel like you guys on the last episode, I think it was, because I just recorded something fucking cool, and then I went to play it back, and there was no fucking sound. Ripped the fuck off. So let me try again. What can I say about 2023? I got some mixed reviews, In general, it can go fuck itself. Basically.
That's the general
price
consensus.
Increases, wages staying the same because some of us idiots still have to work, All in all, though, there was a lot of good moments, had some good shows, met some good people, some good friendships got stronger, and some fell apart to the wayside. I made some good music. I made some bad music. I made some decent art. And I don't make non-decent art because I'm fucking awesome. But that's another story. My son graduated. My second son graduated primary school, off to high school next year. That's incredible.
Big step.
My health and my mental health has gotten a lot better, and I'm feeling a lot better for it. I'm ready to kick off 2024 with a bang. I've got a bunch of shows coming up, including Bitter Belief, OMAC, NJE, and one with Jazz and a bunch of other guys. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to hearing you idiots smoke that fucking old cigar.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. That
soon,
cigar
man.
fucking deserves to be in a morgue or something. Bro.
Bro,
Where's the toe tag?
Shout out to Mega, bro. Thank you for
Yeah.
the speak up. Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up everyone's year. It's kind of like rocky here and there, but then it's good, and then it's going to like, oh, and then the prices and then the
Up and
world
down.
doing
But he
crazy
did,
shit.
you notice he did have good moments, and I know it's easier said than done, but it's like you focus on those good moments. It's like the shit moments are always going to be there, but like anything, and you hear it so many times, it's like you focus on the shit, you're going to notice the shit way more than the good. You know,
Exactly
but it's
right.
easier said than
It's
done.
all
you know?
perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly fucking right. Did you have any points, DZ, or?
No, I have 1 point. I told Joey about it yesterday when we were coming over in the car. So,
Yeah, sorry. By the way, quickly, yeah, Holloway, we did get your speak pipe last week, and yeah, Cold Hard Cash says, yeah, doing good. Missed it, unfortunately. It's all right, man. We'll be back on the playback. And then Sexer says, I remember I rapped to one under the water beats. Like, it was shit, but I had some good lines in it. Yeah, man, that's all that fucking matters, man. Just have some fucking fun. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Holloway, your speak pipe is going to be on Monday's
On Monday's
because we
episode,
did it
yeah.
earlier this week.
Yep.
Make sure you sub to the YouTube on Friendly Fire's
yes.
YouTube to actually get the recordings of these videos.
What are we at? 2.7 thousand subscribers, I think.
Yeah, man.
I've been hard stuck there. Like,
Yeah.
hard stuck there. So, but that's, yeah, more content will come next
The
year.
YouTube
but-
videos too. We'll be doing them.
Definitely. I want to do it too.
So in New Zealand, they're teaching abandoned and straight dogs to drive actual cars, and I saw videos of this, and so
The what, sorry?
Monty, they're teaching dogs to drive. So Monty was the first dog. They're teaching stray dogs and abandoned dogs to drive cars to prove that they deserve a home and they're smart. So in New Zealand, you can see this. It's like a modified car, but it's still a car. It's got the gear shifter and they're driving the steering wheel. And you can look it up. You can see videos of the dogs they're driving. And Monty, the first dog they taught, learned in 37 days how to drive the car.
What the fuck?
And they're teaching these stray dogs to drive just to prove that they deserve a home and they're smart. So there you go. You can do anything.
In 2020 or in 2040, you'll see a German Shepherd playing the pokies next to you. But
He's got a cigarette in his mouth.
yeah.
Tail just wagging around.
Fucking hell. Hey, inflation, eh? Fuck.
Yeah, well, okay.
I can't imagine.
You look
like,
it up.
I can't see that in my head.
You always, because it looks funny when you see a guy with his dog in the passenger seat and the dog's always got his head out the window and just like, imagine just actually seeing a fucking
Dog driving. Yeah.
Quick, I thought of another point just now. I sent you a video earlier today, I think. I didn't have this written down, but the Tesla robots I've spoken about
Oh,
before.
bro, yes, I was going to bring this up.
Yeah. You will explain.
This is, bro, Elon Musk reckons within 3 to 5 years, they'll be ready to order your own personal slave.
Well,
It's a white robot.
they updated. Well,
Well, it's definitely not going to be a black robot.
There's a lot of, yeah. You can't do that. That's gonna
get cancelled.
Investors gone. Everything's gone.
Even if it
You know,
wasn't,
nation comes in and go, what the fuck are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
but even if it was matte black, so not like skin color black, but matte black, they'd be like, oh my god.
Hold on. It's all right. He's right. He's okay.
Do they charge extra money or less money for a black one, like a matte black one?
Oh, fuck.
look,
They,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
they
Less money, right?
Yeah, they charge less, but the black robot can earn his lick on the side, hit up the corner block or whatever, or you know.
But
I'm joking.
it's jokes. It's jokes.
It's jokes.
But
You just
listen,
see all
We just get banned.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, don't. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
But like, yeah, of course, that is a smart move by making them just white. But like,
Yeah.
but I wonder,
Safe move, eh? Just safe one.
how detailed. I wonder how detailed they make the face.
Well,
or would it be
nah,
R2D2?
No, it's blank.
They're already out. All right,
They're out, they're out.
already. But
just can't buy one
what,
yet.
What the video I sent him is this next generation, right? So the robot is fully white body, but it's got a black head. The head's black, but it's fully white, right? And they're like C-3PO kind of robots. And the first gen was very slow, but it could do a lot of shit. These next ones, the fingers move, and they showed like the footage, the demo footage of it cracking an egg, like cooking.
wow.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
robot can cook for you.
Yeah.
And the idea is to basically have the robots doing mundane shit, washing your clothes, picking up dog
Dishes,
shit,
yeah.
cleaning the dishes. You know, that's what they're going to be doing. And it's crazy that everyone thinks like, it's so mind blowing, right? But if you look at any sci-fi movie, you look at anything from TV, from the 50s to 20s up until now, what has it always been? Sci-fi, robots, AI, and then we're like surprised when it's happening. But like, obviously, that's where we're gonna go. There will be robots, and there will be shit like this, man, and it moves quick. So like, I sent the video to him, and like, it's going to be quick. A couple years, 4 years, these people can start. Like Amazon, I've mentioned it before. Amazon has robots too in the factories right now. 2023, the robots moving the boxes for delivery in the Amazon factory. It's going to happen. And like, we're all surprised. Like, oh, but what do we think's going to happen? You know, like shit's going to stay the same forever when we got all this tech.
Yeah, until one of those robots are doing one of your dishes. It's like, you know what? Fuck this.
That's what I'm saying.
You're listening to your favorite track, not doing a thing on the couch.
Cracks you on the head, hey? Like,
Or it ends up being like a controlling missus, but your actual missus is like chill because she doesn't do fuck all, but the robot missus is like, you never do fucking shit.
Bro,
That's crazy.
Do you have any more these?
No, that's it.
Wait, did you do any Instagram points or?
No,
like polls?
I didn't. I just said leave a speak pipe and
Yeah,
Jump in
that
the
was it,
chat.
bro.
fucking little motherfuckers didn't fucking listen to my.
How many views you got?
We were at 8 at one point. What have I got here? Only 3 at the moment.
Well, mine says 8.
Oh, does it?
Mine says 8. yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe there is 8. Mine must be lagging
my,
then.
my thing's frozen, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, we got 8 right now. Mine says.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then mine's fucking.
Mine says 8. Yeah.
Mine's that's fucked up. But have you guys heard of the drug Angel's Trumpet, Datura?
No.
Apparently, this is actually one of the like most deadliest drugs like in the.
Why do they call it Angel's Trumpet?
I got no idea. So it's because it's a flower,
Okay.
this is what spun me out about these stories is that this is a fucking flower, and so.
Did you say Datura?
Datura.
Oh, the Datura flowers. Yeah.
So that you can get a drug from it. I don't know what it is from the flower. It's called Angel's Trumpet, and apparently this is so like intense that basically all the stories I read is the same ending. It's someone telling a story about the person they know who done it, and they haven't been the same since. Like some of them like borderline like they come out of it like Down syndrome and stuff. Like that's how bad it is. Yeah, like it's fully like fuck. Like this drug makes apparently like hallucinations, but to the point where like people go nuts. Like you know the whole like scratching the bugs out of your skin like times 1,000. Like people think they see things coming out of the walls trying to grab them and shit. Like
Is it euphoric?
no.
It sounds
It's
like an hallucinogen.
Why they take it there?
I don't know.
Someone really wants downs.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
like a hallucinogen. I don't know if it doesn't sound like a stimulant or
No,
depressant or
it's
nothing
like
that.
fully like
Usually
a
plants are hallucinogens,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
like you know,
yeah.
weed,
Oh,
like
weed's
you got
depressant,
but-
though. Yeah.
the fucking
depressant, but hallucinogen
It can
as
be.
well,
Depends.
right?
It depends. Yeah.
depends how much you
Oh no,
smoke.
sorry, psychedelic more like.
Yeah.
Not really hallucinogen. Yeah,
Well, hallucinogen to psychedelics.
like
A little bit.
hallucinogen is probably
Well, you
more
can lose
so,
that, but
right?
psychedelics, you know, people say there's a euphoria with psychedelics, but then depends on where your hormones are.
Well, have you
Yeah, yeah.
seen that what's it? Is it dragon's breath? What's the shit where they blow it in your face and then you're under their command?
yeah, they do it in Colombia and,
and they
shit.
tell
Like
you
they
to
make
rob banks and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
full do it.
That's Tajiri from WWF. Remember that Asian? There was an Asian guy on WWF. If anyone remembers, there was this Asian guy, and he had green mist, and his special move. You know how John Cena had the FU and Batista had Batista bomb. Yeah, and like Tajiri would just go. And he'd have this green mist, and they'd go, and then he'd pin him, and I'm like,
like, yeah. But yeah, it says here. So one of my friends had Datura and ended up thinking he was Super Mario in a video game. He went that crazy. He ended up in the psych ward for a couple of days. He was doing crazy shit like jumping off walls and jumping off the bed, saying he lost his powers and was on his last life. I still don't think he's ever fully recovered. I've known him for 25 years. I think now he may have mild schizophrenia.
So what happens is when you go into induced psychosis, drug-induced psychosis, that one of the offsets of drug-induced psychosis can be mental health disorders like bipolar, schizophrenia, because you throw your hormones out, you throw your neurons out.
But is that underlying though, or is that just so
Some
intense from the drugs?
drug intensity. I will. People have underlying shit. We all do, and we're more predisposed due to genetics that certain drugs can have a massive impact on us. Again, the indigenous community, alcohol was a massive thing for them. So was marijuana. They didn't. Their genes are only 200. But last 200 years or so, they've had the interaction with these alcohol and drugs. Whereas versus some of us, you're Egyptian, aren't you?
Yeah.
So Egyptian is one of the most oldest civilizations. You'll probably have the genetic components to be able to deal with certain drugs and alcohol.
Oh, I do. I'm living proof.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm being serious. So do we. The white people, mixed, whatever it is, our genes can take it, but certain genes can't.
Bro, I've never thought of that.
It's genetic. There's a lot of genetic research. Yeah, bro.
I never thought about that.
Why do you think the indigenous community in Australia, the Aboriginal people, suffer so much with alcoholism and drug use? Because they were never introduced to it. They have no. I'm a Scottish Irish man. Whiskey has been a massive part of me for the last 2,000 years, right? Yeah. So I have a 2,000 years genetic predisposition to deal with the shit, right? And medieval times.
Oh, I thought you were going to say admittedly.
Yeah, admittedly. Yeah. I'll smoke the gun. No, jokes. I'll never smoke weed again. But yeah.
Again.
Oh, I've got a story about that, but I'll talk about it later. But I can take alcohol better because my ancestors for the last thousands of years have been drinking it, and it could be the same with you guys with tequila, whatever the alcohol choice is there.
Bro, what are you trying to say?
That is so racist.
I'm serious. It's
I
research.
never thought of it like that.
Genetic component.
You just blew my mind because in ancient Egypt and shit too, there's a lot of archaeological finds of them having hallucinogens in the wine and shit. They used to mix like this crazy white lotus and shit.
You got the best predisposition to deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Egyptians probably wow, that's crazy because Aboriginals, literally, Australia's only a young country, right? 200 years, Aboriginals would have never encountered this shit, man.
Am I right?
Maybe.
Something like that.
Colonization.
Late 1700s.
But do you know how like Aboriginals they were like live off the land and stuff? I know it's very hot, the climate in Australia, so I don't know if it's good for natural weed plants to flourish properly. But wouldn't they have come across some weed
or
plants?
mushrooms, right?
Nah, because weed.
What would you say, sorry?
No, because weed weed needs a certain temperature to grow and shit, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like when people have hydro where they're in a fake surrounding, they grow the best. But in hot climates, like remember we went to Greece and they had weed there, but in Greece it's so hot there, the weed was way less strong.
Yeah,
like it was just like, oh, this is like okay, but it's nothing great. But you go to somewhere where it's like Amsterdam, where it can be cool and it's not Europe a bit more like flourishes a bit more. But I don't know, I just thought Aboriginals, because they were living off the land, as if one of them weren't like clapping sticks or whatever they're doing, and they're just like, oh, what's this, like, you know what I mean, like roll this up.
But not alcohol though.
Alcohol, no way.
Definitely not.
Alcohol was never introduced until even after 1788. But you got to remember too, genetics works on you might have one type of geno in the Aboriginal geno, and I'm not a genetic scientist, I'm just someone who studies psych. Only one tribe, or maybe a certain amount of people in one tribe, could have been exposed to this, so they had the predisposition to deal with it, but then they got a mate and reproduce, and then the gene gets passed on, but they might not have done it, they might have got wiped out. It depends on the history of the tribe, depends on the history of the culture, and depends on the history of the people, again, a lot of methamphetamine, heroin, alcohol, those are the three big ones that a lot of people struggle with, but the indigenous community struggle with the most because it's all new, it's all different. They have nothing.
Bro, that's crazy.
But in the States though, that white people are there.
Oh, they'll still fuck you. Heroin and methamphetamine is still shit crazy.
Bad.
Every time I do a clinical assessment with people who suffer from methamphetamine addiction or heroin addiction, there's always at least one or two instances of drug-induced psychosis and overdose. Heroin's more overdose based because it's such a powerful depression that just can kill you. Methamphetamine, oh man, people have delusions of grandeur. They think they're Super Mario. They think all this stuff. And it's those types of drugs that really fuck with your brain. And again, with this angel trumpet, it's amazing how you said that, because the first thing I thought of was the trumpets from the Bible. I don't know why. But that sounds like, again, drugs, when you get induced psychosis, you can sometimes not come back the same because your brain changes, your hormone chemistry changes, everything changes. Like, I remember once, I'm happy to share this now, I will never smoke weed again, ever, because last time I had edibles, I think I had drug-induced psychosis.
Really?
I swear to God, right?
Okay.
I was having it with my friend. I ate the whole cookie bar.
Yeah, that's why you
and
fucked up.
Back then, so about 2 or 3 years ago, I was probably 60 kilo. I'm 68 kilos now. Like I was much skinnier than what I am now, and I had a whole fucking cookie, and this shit was drenched in the crap. And I just remember crying, having a lot of feelings, and then wigging out. And then my mates put me to bed, and I'm just done. And then I woke up in the morning, and the 2 days after that too, because when you have edibles, THC breaks down different in your liver, so you still have a little bit of the high. For a few days after that, I was a fucking mess.
Yeah, really?
Never will touch edibles again. Never will smoke weed again.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
Some people just take to it. It's not for everyone, man.
Yeah, it isn't.
I won't mention who they are, but one of my homies, very good homies.
Love this shit.
We grew up together, and always doing the reckless shit, and he just never took to the drugs and the alcohol the same as everyone else. He was always just took it badly, like always
bad.
freaking out and spazzing out and shit. And it's always the one where you're like, settle down, bro. And for him, it's never been for him. And he just,
Paranoia is a big thing too, though.
And I think that might be some genetic thing. Like maybe your lineage is your bloodline. You're just not built for it, man. Some people just aren't built for this stuff.
But I also think I can only go off like weed really, but I feel like weed shines a spotlight on like things that you might not be doing right in your life or things that you're not happy with that you're putting up with. For me personally, the paranoia for me stems from like it makes me think about my future self too much, which you're not supposed to do, because then that creates the paranoia. It's not necessarily someone's following me. Yeah. It's more like paranoid with like anxiety from like, and then I've had a weird like experience, and I've had a long relationship with weed, right? But I'm like with edibles, not every time with edibles, but certain times. Like I don't know if I told you guys this, but fuck, I should have told you this by now. But stop me if I have. So I had this cookie. Again, it said on the box, eat half or you're on your ass. And what did I do? I said, I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. So and plus, it was very yummy. He used to do Mars bar slices. He used to do caramel salted popcorn. Yeah. So he used to take care of us, like make sure it's full, like beautiful on the plate, on the box, sorry. I had the full one. Me and my mate were going to watch Thor. Thor, Love and Thunder, right? And then I'm like, I went to his house, and I've known this guy for 7 years and his missus, right? So I'm very comfortable with him. But when I started sitting down, I was like 40 minutes later, I felt awkward in their own house. And like, I've been there so many times. I've fucking grew up with these people, you know what I mean? And I felt like they didn't want me there anymore. And I was like, and I didn't know how to speak. And then he goes, hey, you're right to drive, bro, because him and Jess, so my mate Jack and Jess, they live in Warrington, and at the time, I lived in St. Clair, I think, or Penrith, the other way. Yeah. So it didn't make sense them drop me home because they had to go out of their way to go back. So I go, I'll drive myself. It only makes sense because then after the movie, I can drive straight home. The last thing I remember is him going, hey, Joey, are you good to drive? I'm like, yeah. Last thing I remember, next minute, I swear on my fucking mum's life, my dad's life, I respawned almost, and all of a sudden I was in the car driving. Are you ready? I was in the car driving, doing 50 in back streets, and I go and I came to with Tori over the Bluetooth, Tori's going, Joey, and I was like, and mind you, she's going, Joey, and I didn't know she was on the phone. I just thought I was hearing her from and then in that split second, it gets more fucked up. In about a 3-second split, right, of hearing her voice, I created this whole depiction of. Because I didn't know how I got there, so I was like, oh,
that is not safe.
Yeah, and she's like, Joey, and I thought that I broke up with Tori, and I thought that it had been a few weeks since we've spoken, and I thought, I thought I left her, and I thought I broke up with her without even saying anything. So I thought that she was calling me to go, Joey, it's been weeks. Where are you? Right? So I'm like, oh my god, and I start going, oh my god, and she goes, Joey, I go, oh my god. She goes, Joey, and I'm still going, oh my god. She goes, Joey, what are you doing? I go, I don't know how I got here. She's like, got where? I'm like, I'm driving somewhere. And because I feel like someone put me in the car and pushed the car, and all of a sudden I was in there. So she goes, where are you? She goes, are you driving? She goes, pull over. I pulled over. She goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, I was meant to go to movies with Jack and Jess, but they, like, I don't know how I'm here. Blah, blah. To go to the movies. She goes, hey, you're not going anywhere. Stay there. I'm going to come pick you up. She ended up coming picking me up. I left my car there. She drove back to hers. I ended up crying in her arms and falling asleep. Oh, fuck. I was like, oh, bro, this was scary. I was crying because I was like, I've never respawned, lad. Like respawned in COD. Like I was on the other side of the map and I was doing, and all of a sudden.
Well, did you watch the movie?
Capture the flag. No, I didn't make the movie. because by the time she got me, Thor had just started. And I go, when she picked me up, I was like, but I'm going to miss the movie. And she's like, do you really want me to, can you even order tickets in your state? And I was like, probably not, just take me home.
Yeah,
What happened to your mates, but?
I messaged him and I go, so when Tori was on her way there, and I'm like, when I rang one of them up, he goes, yeah, where are you? And I was like, I think I'm like still 2 houses down from your house. And he's like, where are you? I was like, I don't know. I just got too high and I don't think I'll make it. And he goes, bro, what the fuck? And this isn't the first time something cooked like this has happened. So he's like, bro, you got to stay off the edibles, bro. So now
they're different. I don't give a shit.
That's
what
why
he
you don't
says, bro.
smoke weed, man.
yeah, like it's,
I reckon smoking's all right, but eating those fucking cunt cookies.
yeah, it's if you're gonna do it like we did in Amsterdam, you got to have a quarter, maybe, because you can
not a whole
always
cookie.
eat more. You can't retract it.
What
Hold
you
on a second.
mean?
Unless you get the magic 2 dumbbells down your throat and just go.
I had a quarter in Amsterdam and I was fucking scared high. I was high. I haven't been that high. I was like, whoa. I was like,
And Brad was looking like a
took in the bed. He was crying and
giggling.
shit.
He was
Yeah,
giggling
it was
like a little
fun.
girl who just had sex.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he was
wow.
giggling. He's like,
Bro, you don't understand, man. I was fucking that stoned. This is like a fucking quarter, guys. It's like that big, little quarter, right? Little bitch quarter. Because I don't like weed as it is, right? I'm like, fuck it, I'm in Amsterdam. I'm not going to not try it. So I'll do a little less because less, I'd rather do less than more.
Yeah.
I was fucking sitting at the restaurant and I just felt it go doosh. I was like,
Oh, bro, that's that
I was like,
feeling,
bro,
man.
and then I look at my missus and she's just going, and I'm like, oh no. And I look at everyone was high as a fucking kite. And I was like, bro, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, nah, man, I was like, fuck this. I'm not about to do this shit. And then we're walking around and shit. Yeah, I was high.
Yeah.
I was high. And you ate half, didn't you?
I ate half, and
Yeah, bro,
I
fuck
was in the
that.
restaurant, right? And I forgot how to just be. Like, exist. Like, have you ever been sitting somewhere and you're like,
floating ball
yeah, but all you're doing, right, when you're at the dinner table, you don't think because you've been there before, right? And you're like, if you're sober, you're like, yeah, whatever. And we're close enough that you don't have to always be talking.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't let too much silence go on. So I was like, hey, I was just talking to talk. And then when the waitress come up, I hadn't even looked at the menu. So I had to do the whole, start that way. By the time she got to me, I still was like, I'll get this. And I got something that I never usually get. And it was like, but it was still crazy good.
Yeah.
But that was only because I was fucking high as giraffe pussy. Like, it was fucking ridiculous, bro.
Fucking,
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, sorry, one sec. And our friend Mike, Mikey, obviously, Mr. Meigs, he got so high. We went to this place
He was
called
freaking out,
We went to this place called Amaze, right?
Yeah, you spoke about this.
I did, Yeah, so we went to this Amaze show. It was a light show / maze room or whatever.
Yeah.
But you just like go to the certain room, you have a light show and a maze, and you go forth, you have fun in the room and you go. So it's not an escape room or anything. But we went to this mirror room that showed all the reflections.
Oh, fuck that.
Mirror maze.
And Mikey thought it was we were trapped and he thought we were in an escape room. And Chloe's got this video. I don't know if she still has it.
Yeah, she does.
But she's like, oh yeah, looking at all the views, like the
and he's
reflections,
like
trippy.
a gecko on the lens.
Yeah.
And I'm
All you hear is Mikey going, hey, there's this sign saying the wrong way is the wrong way is right.
Right, yeah.
So he's like, the wrong way is right. What does that mean? And he's like, are we stuck in here? And I'm like, Mikey, we're sweet. But it's that paranoia, bro.
It's paranoia, fear and
anxiety. Yeah.
Jugsy says, I smoked one bad joint and I will literally never smoke again. Can you ask Joey if he's ever had an existential, is that
Existential.
existential experience when he smoked, or if anyone has had something similar? As Zexa says, yeah, this freestyle's about to go viral. I think so. And then Zexa says, never smoked weed. Honestly, don't do it, bro. He says, I've had the same feeling of respawning. It's fucking terrifying.
I've done that with alcohol.
Jugsy.
Before.
So, yeah, Joey, have you ever had it? We've just on the pot. What's existential?
So
weed
what's
first?
existential?
Existential,
like not yourself.
out of body?
No,
Okay.
You're wondering like, what is life?
What's
You
the
start
meaning?
thinking about.
It's not all about you. Like,
That's crazy too, because
Yeah.
Holloway was real big. He was loving weed. I didn't even know until recently, so that's interesting.
Yeah,
But-
so did I.
This one time I was at my mate's Bucks in Newcastle, right? And we went go-karting. Had an edible. I was hey, are you ready? Had an edible before the go-karts. The first race, we had 3 rounds. First race,
That sounds awesome.
I got like I think I got about like 6th, 7th out of 15. Not too good, but I've never really been good. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But 6th, 7th. Second race, I was like 10th out of 15. The third race, I was going so slow because I was so worried that I was going to crash. Which, by the way, they have
You're padding up. Yeah.
And you're that low to the ground, you're not going to tip the thing. But I thought, if I turn a corner too quick, I'll roll this thing. and the guy kept telling me, go to your left because you have to go to the left to let everyone overtake. And I was like, and he kept doing this. But I thought he was waving, so I was like, whatever. But then, anyway, when it was finished and we did the 3 races, I got so shit. I was so fucking high. I got in the car, right? And we ended up getting back to the room. All the boys left the car. And this was this existential crisis. When they left the car, I was just like, I don't know what. I was like overcome with all this emotion, bro. And I've always had this deep-seated thing with my old man where I'm like, my dad's getting a bit older now. He's like an old dad. He's like 70 almost this year, next year. And I have this thing where I feel guilty because I'm an only boy. I'm like the black sheep of the family because like I'm not that fucking bad, but my sisters are fucking like holy fucking nuns. You know what I mean? Like they could never do wrong in my parents' eyes.
You're the little weed smoking delinquent.
But I can never do wrong in my parents' eyes because I'm the only boy, so I get that special treatment. Yeah. But I always think this thing where I'm like I feel guilty because I don't feel like I don't spend enough time with my old man and do things that I know when he's gone eventually. I don't want to have some regret where I'm like, he was there. Because my old man is like, I know it's biased because he's my fucking dad, but there's being like, what is it? There's being like a dad, but there's being like a father. Anyone can be a dad, but you got to like, if you're going to raise a kid right, and he's done all us kids, like all 4 of us, fucking heaps good. We've come out good. I mean, at least as best we can. Yeah. But he's always been there. He's always been there for me. And he'll drop anything, bro, to do anything for me. And I have this thing where I'm like, fuck, if I don't see him, if I don't spend enough time. So my mates left the car out of doing the thing. And I just started like almost crying, bro. And I was like, fuck. And I'm like, I got to ring my old man. I ring my old man and I never ring him. And then Tori was saying, you don't always have to go see him all the time, but sometimes it's just a call.
Yeah, or a text.
Or a text. But I don't even really do that. I see him every Sunday for family dinner, but still, because...
This is a subscriber.
Hey. But still, because our family is so tight-knit, if I miss one family dinner on a Sunday and they haven't seen me in 2 weeks, they'll be like, oh, who's this? And then so I feel this guilt. So then I called him and I had this existential thing where I'm just like, I need to be more present and I need to be like more mindful of the time that I have with the time you have with your parents. They leave you too soon. You know what I mean? So it's like, because obviously they're older and I mean, God forbid anything else happens, but I just don't want to have that regret. And I had this big thing where weed sometimes, don't get me wrong, it does you dirty sometimes, no doubt. Yeah. But I feel like a lot more than not, it has made me a bit more self-aware of shit like that, spending more time with family. Where when I'm sober, I'm like, whatever. Like, I know when I'm sober, I'm still like a loving, like fucking family-orientated bloke, but we just drew me to that. And it went, hey, you've been dwelling on this for fucking ages. Because I was thinking about that for so long before. And it was just for some reason.
Bring shit to the surface.
And then I rang him and he was like, oh, hey, man. Meanwhile, I'm whacked as fuck. but I didn't show it in my, because I'm pretty good, like, even though I'm whacked, I look whacked, but on the phone, I can, you know.
Yeah, you can keep it together, yeah.
So I was just like, oh, yeah, just wanted to ring up, just check in, blah, blah, blah. Just told him what I was getting up to, whatever, just touch base. And I felt good after, you know what I mean? It was like a 5-minute conversation, but Tori was real worried because I was like, she knew how high I was, even and she was like, Liam, like she went to my friend, like, look after this guy, whatever. But I just needed that time to just fucking, I don't know. Like, and my mates were like, what are you doing in the car? I'm like, nothing, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Nice.
But bro, it's weird, bro. Like, that's kind of existential. But sometimes I just don't like how it makes me feel when I have too much of those edibles. Smoking for me is okay. But even smoking, when I say a good boy, me smoking like, you know, once a week, twice a week, for you, that's regular. That's regular for me, but that for me is like round of applause shit. Because I used to smoke like every day, and every now and then I'll fall back into a habit. And it's that thing where environment, if I'm like, fuck work, escape, or not escape, but like it's that comfort. Because you know some people, they have a 6-pack after work. I've never been a drinker, obviously on the podcast, whatever, or like an occasion, but never every day. But that was always my vice. It has been since like fucking early 20s, and you know what I mean?
We're allowed to have vices. The thing is as well, people not stereotype, they stigmatize addiction, but my main thing is addiction becomes a problem when it affects your behavior. Joey, you're a stand-up bloke and you're an awesome human being, and it's a privilege to sit next to you, brother, and to hear your opinion and to just, you know, help myself grow through you. And that's what I love about this, you know.
Fucking
and, you know, it's not affecting you in a negative way. You have a good life.
Yeah.
That's all. I'd say this to everyone who's watching. Don't get lost in your vices because they're just vices.
Yeah. Well, when I was smoking every day, it was affecting me in a bad way, but it was more, I'd be late for work.
Yeah, that's when it's
I'd be drowsy. I'd be fatigued. By 12, I was like, I needed my second coffee. But I needed that second coffee because I was putting myself in like a deficit of like tiredness. Like, here's where you should be at bedtime. Yeah. But I was tired. Yeah. So when I'd wake up, I'm tired. Yeah, so that's why I was like, bro, I can't keep doing this. Because when it starts to affect work as well,
that's
and you get that rep of being the late guy. Yeah. Like, hey, what's this? Arvo shift.
It'll catch up to you, man.
That's the shame and guilt that comes to, and that's the big debilitator sometimes.
And next minute, you're not rocking up for your shifts.
Yeah.
And you're not.
And that's the effect.
Yeah.
That's the effect.
Yeah.
And that's when it's little red flag comes up, because then it gets worse in the behavior. Again, addiction, no, not addiction, but just negative things in general. It's when you affects your daily life to maintain yourself. Yeah. That's the big one. But you can always come back, and you have a fantastic story of that. Existentialism is fucked to talk about because, like you just said, it's the emotional integration versus universal integration. For me, when I have existentialism using drugs, right, primarily, because you just reminded me of something asking that question, religion, God, what the fuck's going on? Life and death, how does it work? That's what I think about when we go to existentialism, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
In a nutshell.
It is in a massive nutshell. But it's also emotional too, because emotion. What's emotion?
Yeah. It's relative, right?
Well, it is. It's a human conceptualization, but it's real.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
But what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
You don't know. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
You can't describe it. And that's the thing. Like, when we do psych, it's mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
Now, right now, because of the wokeness that's going on in the world, spirits turned in is spirit that's changed soul/spirit to social, because they rather make it community based than religion based, because religion is getting pumped right now in the sphere of science. However, it still stands testament. You know, in spirituality you can have community. In community you have spirituality, because everyone's, you can have a spirituality in a group. It's all different now, but there is a soul. Emotion comes from the soul, in my opinion, as doing my work. You just got to acknowledge that. Where does where do emotions come from? Well, they come from that part of ourselves sometimes, and then it goes through the mind, and the mind's like a little reactor. Where does it put its electrical signals and all that shit? It's one massive machine in the end of the day. Throw drugs in there, you have the opportunity to do X, Y, and Z, but it also induce psychosis. Does different shit. Depends who you are,
Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
man, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
I heard if you have schizophrenia, when you smoke weed, and especially copious amounts, it makes it worse,
man.
So that's why I don't like when people, one glove doesn't fit all. Like, I don't like how people try to push weed. I used to do it when I was first started. I was like, fuck off, bro. Weed's like good. Basically, I was saying weed's good for you.
Yeah.
And that's a lie. But it's not
For everyone.
It's not for everyone, but it's also probably the least out of all the drugs, I would assume. There's prescriptions, there's fucking coke, there's all the hard shit. I feel like as long as you use it right, weed is the safest.
Yeah. I mean, alcohol is probably worse. I reckon alcohol might be worse, but
because that filters through all your organs.
It goes
literally.
Alcohol's actually fucked.
Yeah.
Was that a subscriber?
Yeah, so that was shout out to Cold Hard Cash. Yeah, he I think he followed on Twitch, and he said he goes, didn't realize that would happen. No, that's all good. Even when I used to live stream, it used to scare the fuck out of me because I'd have it so fucking.
Yeah,
It's
no,
good though.
This is the thing about the live.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like,
this is
you
what makes
interact,
the live stuff fun, man. Fuck, maybe next year we just go live every episode.
Do it.
Hey,
Look at podcasts like the fucking the whatever podcast, the big podcasts. They do that first, and then they put the VODs up.
Yeah,
because you don't like, again, the speed pops are awesome. And look, I'm a streamer. You got to remember this is where I'm coming from. So you got to remember this is only one perspective.
but the live stuff is.
But you can have that interaction if you're
Interactive,
consistent with the 6:30 Fridays or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you post them. You don't save them on the Twitch because they get it first in. Cool, that's your privilege. You come here on the live.
Yeah.
You stop it. Then you post it on the Monday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Get that little oh fuck, I missed it, but I'll see it on Monday. Like,
Yeah,
get that in
yeah,
there, because then you build up your stuff, more interactions. You don't have to rely on the Instagram all the time. You know, it's more real too. Oh no, I just seen those podcasts and then like money wise too. Like you can be like, all right, you donate $5. You're a priority speaker.
Yeah,
that's that kind of stuff.
Well, everyone's fucking complaining about the ads, which means we've made about like 10 cents.
Yeah, I've got a couple ads on it.
Yeah,
And it's funny, Rose just messaged me. She goes, I've been telling you about the Aboriginals for ages, and how are you mind blown now?
Oh my god! Is that facts?
But now that I think about it, I think she actually has mentioned that about the
genetic component.
genetics that the like. But I don't know. Sometimes you have to hear things.
I feel like Rose is so similar to Tori in terms of like very.
I promise
Very
you, they're
curious,
they're
curious.
the same, man.
Like, does she like? I know Tori. Like, this is one of the things I love about Tori. She's so like, and similar to Iggy, right? They're so curious. Like, I wish I was more curious about not dumb shit. Like, what's the new fucking TikTok fucking fad? But rather, like, what's this? Like, she'll see a news report and then she'll be like, oh, I didn't know this country was so like poorly developed and whatever. And then she started watching this YouTube guy who goes around to the worst countries or the most third world countries of the world that no one hears about. And she was going to there was Nigeria. There was
I love those videos.
yeah, in Nigeria, bro. I haven't seen this episode. I think we'll watch it soon. But they have a community on the water, not on the water as in the land and then water. They've made like rafts that float or
like
whatever.
the Maldives, yeah.
Like the
I think I've seen
Maldives, but the chat dives. You know what I mean? Like
it's brown water.
Yeah, like
yeah,
they're
shit
like
floating in the water.
And get this. Their latrines, their toilets, they shit. They'll carve the bamboo bit out for the toilet. They'll shit in the water, and because the kids remember how on the sail of Croatia when we docked up, there were certain points they go, listen, don't get out here because we empty out the latrines here. But if you jump out when we're emptying out the latrines, obviously it's infection that you'll get sick.
Yeah.
So they go, don't do that then. But there in Nigeria, they're so genetically used to it, that predisposition you were talking about, that the kids are just swimming in mucky water and they don't get sick. No one gets sick.
That's how they get so jacked.
Yeah.
What, shitty water?
It's also like they even more predisposed to bloodborne viruses though, like HIV, hepatitis and stuff like that because of those reasons. And those are viruses and infections that are on a way different scale.
And then when they don't have the healthcare to help them with that, they die.
They die immediately. Yeah. And it's interesting, you talk about curiosity.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's interesting, and I've realized this after doing nearly 3 years of my job. I think I see this in artistry too. I see this in a lot of us, right? Who are, you guys are artists and stuff like that. Sensitivity. If you're more sensitive, acknowledge it because you may need a bit more backup with your mental health. I do see a lot of women being a lot more sensitive, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it's actually a beautiful thing because you can be curious about all these things. You get knowledge, you can absorb, you can go, this is where it goes, this is X, Y, and Z, and you can retain more. But in that, emotionally, you retain more. And that can sometimes be a negative thing because in sensitivity, you're more likely to have a reaction versus actually having an action.
It's pros and cons to everything, man. Life is like the charts. And after everything we've spoken about today, I think the highlight to take away from this, life is full of ups and downs, man. You look at the Bitcoin charts, you look at any chart, right? What's it do? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Never stop.
Yeah, it's never going to be
flow,
just a straight.
ebb and flow, man. Yin and yang, and that's how life is. You got to take the up with the down. There was a great quote. I can't remember. I don't remember, but essentially it was saying, like you can't. People are so like life is always showing you the success, right? And people are kind of like predispositioned to want only success, right? And you're not taught about the negatives, and you're not pushed to fail, but you will fail. And the more you realize that, the less it's going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? So like just take the good with the bad.
Resilience,
100%.
You got any other points?
Yeah, look, we'll go through the Discord questions and then we'll wrap it up there, boys. Yeah, yeah, like Zexa says, this year's been up and down, 100%.
Again, boys. I'm so sorry.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Flowers or trees cannot grow without seeds. Someone has to plant
go
for it to grow. The seeds have to come from somewhere. 100%, bro. I feel that shit. Your life's not going to be just a fucking upwards fucking on the graph. If you had a graph of your life, it's not just up.
Never.
In the word of Rocky Balboa, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Exactly.
It's about how much you can get hit. Keep moving forward.
You're better than that.
Yeah, let's crack these Discord questions, man.
Do these Discord questions.
We slack on the Discord. Sorry, man. Sometimes we forget, man. We forget.
Well,
we'll get to them eventually. If we don't get it on the latest episode, we'll get them on the next.
Yeah, but it's also good to let them build up a little bit, and then we just fucking
smash them out. Yeah, man.
We didn't have much anyway.
I think there was a couple. I saw M16 had one that we didn't answer in there.
Yeah, so the last one we answered was that if you could be a guest on any podcast, which one and why. Then did we answer the Zexa one where you said what would be an ideal life for you, a life for in years time from now?
I don't know, but I think you know the answer, man. What we're doing now. Happy, love, family.
And I feel like the main thing is try to work the least you can
And make the most
and make
money.
the most money.
Yeah.
But that's everyone's fucking goal. But it's about finding that.
It's about freedom, man.
100%. M16 says top 3 favorite comedians. Probably I've only got one, which is Dave Chappelle. He's the only one who makes me literally laugh.
I got a
out
hot
loud.
take.
Like,
I'm a bit like you. Comedians suck, man.
they do.
They're not
But
funny.
Dave Chappelle though.
Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams is good too.
No white comedian is good. I'm sorry. I love Joe Rogan. I love him.
He's not my favourite comedian.
He's horrible at comedy.
Joe Rogan's
His comedy
comedian.
sucks.
Is he
man.
that bad?
He's terrible.
So
it sucks.
my view on that, right? I wouldn't say it sucks.
It's
but
ass.
But I feel like he has that much content, right, on his podcast that a lot of the way he talks and sometimes he takes the piss with his comedian friends there, he kind of replicates that in his special in terms of like, it's nothing new that you've already not heard him talk about on the podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of his premises and his jokes, his punchlines, he hasn't said them in his podcast, but it's like, he
Same
goes
idea.
about it the same way. His delivery, it's similar.
The same thing. I think Theo Von. I think he's funny as in a conversation. His stand up sucks. They're not good. Their stand ups are not very good, man. A lot of these guys, they're good conversationally and on the fly. They can be funny.
But when
the
they're trying to plan it out,
stand-up,
yeah,
it's
it's
just not-
We're
yeah.
talking about comedians.
Yeah, I think Dave Chappelle.
So who's your favorite comedian?
Cat Williams.
He just said it.
Cat Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I think
great,
Cat Williams. Have you? Oh, what's the one he says? Never drink with white people because
Yeah.
they will fuck you up. They like to buy the drink. Like that shit's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams.
But yeah, MCC says, yeah, Shane Gillis or Matt McSusker or whatever. Yeah, I've heard of them. Look, Shane Gillis is actually kind of funny, I'm not going to lie. But again, it's like, it's hard with comedy though, because it's when it's so planned, it makes it 100%, like 90% not as funny.
Yeah.
But if half these dudes, if you're just at the pub with them and half these dudes are saying that shit, you'd be cracking up.
Yeah.
But because you're kind of like anticipating it, you're like, oh.
I was laughing at the Cedric the Entertainer one you sent where he's like,
Bominicious.
yeah,
Bominicious, like what you call him? Bominicious. His name is CJ. He said, "Call me by my initials."
That's
I feel
funny.
like black people, black comedians,
They're funny.
Yeah,
fucking
they're
funny,
funny,
bro.
bro. They're
Black
tough,
black
Yeah.
people have comedy on point.
On point.
Us
yeah.
white people were a bit too
Serious.
Nerdy.
serious
Yeah.
and genetically implanted. We
Yeah.
like to plan things a
Yeah.
bit too much. Whereas black
Yeah.
people, they're just
It's not off the cuff, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
I love edgy shit. Like I saw this new Matt Rife comedian who blew
Yeah,
up
he's,
on
like,
TikTok
blowing up on TikTok.
because he's very
Insane.
handsome,
Yeah.
right? But he had a comedy special and he got a lot of backlash for a joke, a domestic violence joke. And I saw a bit, and it's just not funny. Like the joke was like that the chick had a black eye and something about if she could cook, maybe she wouldn't
She
have
had
the
a
black
black
eye.
eye.
But like it just wasn't fun. I'm all for comedy saying whatever you want. Like who cares? Or no holds barred. But like it's just not funny. Like they're just not funny. They're just it's shit. I'm yet to be impressed. A lot of people say Louis C.K. is hilarious. I don't think he's funny at all. He sucks. They're all shit.
I think Kevin Hart's alright as well though.
No, I don't like Kevin. Hart.
You don't?
I don't like.
I watched
Kevin
his show. I went to his show, a live show, and it was fucking hilarious.
Hart. I'm hard to please, man.
Yeah.
I'm a hard laugh, bro. I'm a hard laugh.
Let me just go get to the fucking glove box to get this fucking 9mm out and shoot you in the face while I watch Pornhub. That was a good one.
With this, my favorite is it's got to be definitely Cat Williams number one
fucking
with
awesome.
Dave Chappelle and this is this is probably Tori's favorite as well, and he's up there with mine as well. So I'm going to throw him in there. But Ricky Gervais is one of the most edgy.
Oh, yeah,
in terms of,
yeah,
do you remember that speech he done at the
Yeah,
Golden,
that was
Golden
what
Globes.
was it? The
The
Golden
Golden
Globes.
Globes,
yeah.
And he's like, listen, don't talk about religion. You're not in a state to say anything smart to the world. Just get your fucking award
And fuck off, basically.
thank you
Yeah.
God and fuck off.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, and there's a scene where not scene, but there's a camera footage where it cuts to Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks is like,
yeah,
because everyone's like, what are you? But I love
even
that
Dave
shit.
Chappelle, I think his new stuff is funny, but like his old stuff is.
his old stuff was.
Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can. I'm the poorest motherfucker on Sesame Street.
But do you
Nobody's
know
helping me.
how hard they tried to fuck him, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, I heard that about the contract shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was.
But he
was
came out on
speaking
top.
out.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing free shows. He apparently he was rocking up random places.
He moved to Africa.
after they tried to fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck this. We got. Is there any more
That's the system trying
yeah,
to get him.
comedians aren't very funny.
M16 says also favorite video game storylines versus gameplay. Favorite video, that's a fucking hard one.
That is
man.
a tough one. There's so many video games.
Because you can't get confused with like your
Have we already
nostalgia
had this
when you're a
question?
kid. I swear maybe we have. Favorite video game, yeah, because you said like
I said
Last of Us. Yeah,
I'm sure we have Breath of the Wild, man.
yeah. Modern
Has
Warfare
anyone-
2
has
is the other
Skyrim,
one.
Skyrim.
Has anyone
I'm
played?
trying to get the boys in the fucking Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that was popping off a little bit a long time
Bro.
ago. Remember Elder Scrolls Online?
Fuck.
Okay, and then Zexa says, do you feel like 2024 is going to be a year for music? Would you ever try to learn how to do videos? Would be sick seeing TJM doing videos of visuals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always, to be honest, I've always wanted
We need to do a
make
clip.
because
We got to step it up, man.
like the only, and I'm not comparing you to 1-4. I'm just going through that fucking weird drilling phase where I'm not a part of that life, but I'll be like fucking, I'll get a butter knife and pretend I am. But like when they bring out a video, it's that you just feel it more, and I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
with
yeah.
a video,
You need
it's harder
visuals.
because you need the funds.
Budget.
You need the
budget,
you need a budget. You need.
I just say you need the time as well.
Yeah.
Like when
Remember we tried to make one?
it's hard when
And it
when
rained.
when a 50 of your homies gonna all be at the same time free to go do, like, you know what I mean? It's
You have to pay them.
The real ones will be there,
yeah, of course,
free of
but,
payment.
like it's
But, yeah.
hard.
But
like
music, what do you think for music? How is it for
I think
you?
music 2024 is all. I think music's always good. I feel like there's a lot of young talent. It's just it's like,
I mean, for your music.
oh, I mean,
Yeah, that question was like for you.
for
I think.
myself. Oh, okay,
Wasn't
yeah.
it? I thought it was.
For our
Do
music,
you
that's
think-
what I thought too.
For music, yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, if it's for myself, I mean, 2024, I feel like it's going to be great. I mean, this year was probably my quietest year in a long time, but we've probably had the best numbers, which is weird. It's always when you kind of
It's a
stop.
good sign, man.
Yeah, it's always when you stop
Yep.
trying so hard, it does
but
better.
You guys drop that often that you can afford to just pull it back. a
Well,
bit.
exactly,
'Cause a lot of
yeah.
artists don't drop as often as.
Well, I think it's going to be a great year. We got this thing, this rock thing. I really want to get the ball rolling on. We'll do that. But I also got the album that I've already sent you a couple
Yep.
of songs from, man.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to this album. It's very deep. It's very emotional. There's a lot of sad songs, a lot of like fucking. It's going to be sick, man. I'm very keen. Have you worked on that, by the way? Any of those tracks?
yeah. I've started one of them.
We got to do next podcast, not this one, but next podcast. Let's do the interlude, the fucking
The skit. Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Ah, yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put
yeah.
that on the album.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
got to do it, man.
Yeah, we will.
I'm trying to
Yep.
get everything prepared so next year, early next year, I can drop the album.
Well, next pod we'll do it. Yeah,
yeah,
after
fucking oath. Or before.
And then-
or before.
We'll do the last question. So Zex, I had two questions, but I'll leave one of them for next week, and then we'll end with this question. Then I've got a question for Cal, and then we'll end it there. And then Zexa says, "What's one thing you want to do next year?" Cal, for you, one thing,
Fuck.
one goal. It doesn't have to be crazy. Just one goal.
Have a kid.
No, no, no.
Way.
Fucking way, bro. Maybe
I think your missus just jumped off the the wallpaper. She's like,
you on your own, motherfucker.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
sweet. Nah,
One
probably,
goal.
probably move out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, man.
Move out.
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, I want to move out next year.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yep. Joey K, one goal. Nothing crazy. Just something that's achievable as license
Well,
back.
oh yeah. Definitely, I need to go on at least one good holiday, which me and Tori got New Zealand 2 weeks, and we got so much on just to basically, and also do all the things that I want that I'm like I have to do in terms of attend 4 weddings, go on my dad's cruise. We're going on a cruise for his 70th, and the 2 weeks in New Zealand. I want to be well off enough this year, which I will with my license back. There's more room to make money, but like just do all the things I want to do and tick them off, because I have a certain timeline where I want to do all these things that you can't when you have more responsibilities, like kids
like
and
children,
marriage and shit like that. I want to try and do most of it, because you can't do all of it, most of it beforehand. So just basically tick off my bucket list.
Because marriage and kids 2025. Think about it.
More like
Settle
2020,
down.
more like
2028.
2033. The way Tori's going, 2040. Nah,
Well, what about you? One thing you want to do?
One thing. I'm gonna give myself a goal here. I don't know if we're able to do it, but I do want to. It's 2. One I know we'll definitely do is do our first show, do our first TJM show.
Oh, 100%.
which I was talking to fucking, James about. He's also very keen to do that. But also, I really want to fucking rent out a space, like a podcast space.
That's a good
That's
goal.
a mad one.
Again,
Very possible.
very possible, but also not possible. Just again, depending on how you go with your funds and that. But they're my
We can
two.
do it, man.
They're my
Yeah,
two
we
main
can-
goals. Obviously, little things on the side like YouTube a bit more and that. But yeah, just keep going the way we're
But
fucking
like I
going.
said, I'm happy to contribute for shit like that. We upgrade. I'm happy to financially contribute to this shit because I want to be. I don't want to just be a fucking handbag when I'm on and I'm going for a free ride. I want to feel like, hey,
You're in it now, brother.
Yeah, but
You're
like,
part of it.
yeah, like
you
now.
come down with the ship,
Yeah.
boy.
yeah. You're coming down with
we're on the sinking ship. We're all doing it together.
My one
So-
thing is move out. I like it.
Yeah,
move out.
That's something I really want to do.
Move
Get
out.
my own place.
So
And
you
that's
guys,
facts because you were talking about that recently as well.
hopefully you guys should set some goals too. And then just quickly, Jezza says, fuck, you blokes are still going. Jugsy says, yeah, Jim Jeffries is goat. Mum loves Jim's Jeffries. Jezza says,
don't
yeah,
think he's funny
make
either.
sure homies are free. Joey will be free in the afternoon detention for the podcast in January for the Safe Boys. That's something that we can
Is it
talk
com-
about
is it
with
coming
Jezza.
back?
Yeah, they're
Yo.
coming back.
Thank-
Yeah, they're coming back. Jug says, my goal is to find the missus who cleans the dishes. That's two of us.
She just walked into.
That's fucking two of us. Zexa says, I love the Aussie Slang special, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Thank you,
Yeah, we
everyone.
love it too,
Guys,
man.
Thank you, everyone,
you.
for fucking joining on as
Yeah.
always, man. It's
He's
so
like,
fun.
What was your question
But
for Cal?
to end this off, possibly to end the year off, Cal, as always, bro.
Thank you for
You
having
got
me.
the juice. Thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you.
We
for having me,
fucking
Benny.
love you here.
Love you too,
Yeah.
fam.
Can you give everyone listening here on the live any type of advice? You're having a little rough end to the year. How can you come into 2024 guns blazing? Again, doesn't have to be crazy. Just give the people some juice to help this get their shit going to get 2024
All right.
on the roll.
Self-love. Abandon everything else. Learn to love self. And if that means to be selfish for a bit, then you got to do it. Because if you can love yourself, you can love others. And if you really love yourself, you will attain your dreams.
Fuck, we'll leave it at that. That's
love that
fucking.
shit.
That was
I love that shit.
beautiful.
Cold hard cash. Thank you, man. Just got fucking heaps of that. TJM forever. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry fucking Christmas, man. Guys, thank you so fucking much. Merry Christmas. We don't know if we're going to see you again till 2024, but if that's the end, boys.
Let's
Let's
go.
We fucking
Yes,
did it.
sir.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Thanks for coming, brother.
Love you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Merry fucking Christmas.
Salute.
You filthy animals.
You dogs.